just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been stuck on memory, but it's not like I need it. And we may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. Oh, clear my head. I just need to 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 clear my head.
I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you. It's just I never thought you were sitting next to me. I don't understand. It's just I never seen you smile. You wanna make out, give me a second. It's just you never talk, I never listen. When do we fall in love? Make up your mind, honey, 'cause I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you. I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you. You need a friend. I can't help this time. I'm in trouble. It's your eyes, I can't seem to focus. It doesn't matter 'cause you live a lie. You want attention from every guy in the park, but when you call, I give you my heart. You rip it out. I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you. I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you. I
sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 Safe and
Here we go again. Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. Here we go again. Call my bluff, I'ma be here till the end. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out. I can help you out. I can help you out. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love. You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love. You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind works backwards just for a minute, I'd hold on to you before the memory's gone. I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember, I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to yet another Revel game. This time I'm back. It's been a minute. I'm glad to be back. It's a great team to be casting for, and it's going to be a lot of fun here tonight as well. In the upper bracket round of 4, we're up against Michigan State. Quite the formidable adversaries, and considering we're, I believe, one game away from what is to be the upper bracket final, if I'm not mistaken, in Maine this season, they've made it all this way. Both teams now achieving advanced status. That no longer on the line. They're playing for a lot more than that. They're playing for pride. Playing for a little bit of money, of course, as well, but that's not the importance of it. The importance of it is that we all get together for a great game of Counter-Strike, a best of 3 ahead of us, and map number 1 being picked by none other than Revel is Nuke. Coming up very soon, map number 2 will be Overpass, chosen by Revel, and the decider, should we have to head that way, will be Vertigo, a great lineup of maps, in my opinion, to set us up for what may be one of the best games in the entirety of the main season so far. I don't want to hype it up too much, but I definitely hope that that is going to be the case. It's going to be a great, great showing as well for all of you. Thank you for tuning in already. Seeing a lot of names in the chat, haven't even gotten things underway, and we're hitting almost 100 viewers. So once again, thank all of you for joining us here tonight. Brought to you by LCA Broadcasting. I'm your caster, Why Not? Don't go anywhere. We will be back with map number 1 in just a bit.
Your footsteps on the stairs. If I listen hard enough, they're still there. And you think I'd know better by now. But I still drink until you're next to me again, baby. And I still think that in the morning I might wake up next to you. And your pictures on my phone help me to pretend that I'm not alone. And you think I know better by now. But I still drink until you're next to me again, baby. And I still think that in the morning I might wake up next to you.
All right, the moment we've all been waiting for is now about upon us. We will be jumping into the game in just mere moments now. All the players have connected as per ritual. Reaper will be the last player to ready up as is tradition. And we'll be heading into the matchup. Here on Nuke, CT side chosen by Michigan State, map pick of Revel as I previously mentioned. And this should be a great way to kick things off. A great start to the map, and if Revel can come out swinging early on the less favored side of one of the most CT-sided maps in the game, if not the most CT-sided map in the game, then there's no telling how far this series can go. Obviously hoping for a great game from players like Reaper and Severe. Highlight names of this team throughout the season thus far. Definitely no lack of firepower behind them, however. Kraken and Nublis in their own rights are stars all the way through and through. Jackro, the leader of the team, I believe, unless something has changed since my last knowledge. Bringing all of that brain and firepower to the table on his best of days. He's not a player you want to mess with either. Michigan State, however, I don't have a whole lot of information on in terms of watch history. I genuinely haven't heard of a lot of these names before, and I'm glad to have finally discovered them, because here and now is where they can make a name for themselves in my mind and the minds of others as well. No longer is this college Counter-Strike. This is nearing the end of the main season, heading into Advanced. Cementing themselves in that league is one thing, but cementing themselves in Counter-Strike history, or Counter-Strike main history, or maybe even collegiate Counter-Strike history, is another thing entirely. Map number 2, Overpass, another map we haven't gotten to see in very long now. It's quite the fun one as well. A lot that can be done on, a little bit more evenly balanced between the sides, and Vertigo, of course, as a decider, should be a very exciting one as well. A map that Revel are no slouches on. This map was chosen by Revel, so they will be sticking with the T side. Michigan State will be sticking with the defense, getting the better side of the two. By most standards, anyway. Sometimes that doesn't always pan out to be the case, but, you know, things happen, and it's well beyond the start time of the game now. I'm not sure if there's something going on with Reaper, perhaps. Even with the delay on the Go TV, and here we are. He's finally ready to everybody going to their respective sides, and we can get things right into the swing of things. Hot and heavy, we go into it. And actually, wait. This is an interesting turn of events here. Hold on. Did I read wrong? Oh, okay. I just assumed. Revel chose the map. I was correct. And I assumed that Michigan State would have gone with their CT side, but instead, it seems that they've opted to stick on the T side, on the offensive, on the attack. Trying to burst their way into a bomb site very quickly is the name of the game. They've got 4 players towards the front side of A, 1 outside, already dinked up twice. Severe, who takes him out. A great opener. Almost getting away with his life. Aaron's Fury is not so lucky, but Babe over at ramp has Reaper to deal with. He hasn't spotted him out just yet. Shots ring true, only 2 damage done. But now contact has been made. He's fallen away. That gives them time to reset and rethink maybe their plan of attack now. This T side, that they have this ramp control. They know that there's a player fighting towards L as well. They can pump the brakes. Disconnect, unfortunately, from Oslo, but there has been a kill in the server already, so there's nothing they can do about that. There will be no restart or reset. The round will continue to be played out, and so will the game. A 5v3, unfortunately, for them. P250 and Dooley's in the hands of Aiden and Haasmark, but the only problem is they have no utility. They've got a little bit of map control, but with Reaper down bottom site, he's not the player you want to come into contact with, and Babe Nation gets a taste of what is to come. He gets a dink to the head. 12 damage through the glass. Not going to finish him. Not going to finish the job in the slightest, but now Haas is going to get a little bit close and personal with that set of dual Berettas. Kraken's on the support, though. There for the first. The second found by Reaper, all into the hands of Babe. Now he's already on 12 HP, excuse me. He fires off into Jackro, who's not even ready. But he turns onto a swivel and finds them that pistol round. Michigan State don't find a thing. Match had been paused temporarily, waiting for Oslo to rejoin, and he has indeed made his way back into the server. I do not know if it's a ping issue, perhaps, maybe a setting issue, something other technical, perhaps, but it seems that everything has been made right in the world now. Classic Oslo to pig game crash. M4s on Reaper and Severe, but only one of them is using the good M4. Don't at me. I won't have it. SMGs on Jackro and Kraken, already dinked up by the Glock on the outside, and Jackro has a little bit more luck coming his way. Door swung open by Aiden for info, pulls it right back in, avoids any damage. Gets a little bit of info, but it's not a whole lot of info that you can use, because you've got nothing to use with it. Only bare minimum right now in this round, saving into the next. Severe spots the head of the player, top of hut, and he goes in for a swing on the outside, a little bit labored, but he finds Babe at the end of the day. Head still not accounted for. Reaper switches M4 he uses based on map. Oh, I see. Okay, so this is a very linear angle, excuse me, that the high fire rate of the M4A4 may actually benefit. So it's kind of cool. I'll give it to him. Door already broken open. SMG, not a whole lot of penetration power, but through the corner of it takes him down to 77, but they're going to have to find their way into a site at some point with an attempt to plant at the very least. Nublis at the top side of the silo, though. Aaron's Fury, he's going to have to be very careful about how he clears his angles, not spotting anybody just above. now they pull themselves back. They bring themselves over to the ramp. Haas gets a little bit of a timing on to the first of the SMGs, but Jackro's there to clean up. Aiden may find one. Jackro cleans up, finds a double money in the pockets, 1,200 to be exact, from those 2 frags he had found. Farming up a little bit of the ecos there, and that's going to find them their second round, but 5 AKs on the horizon for Michigan State now. Still, FAMAS and an MP9 carried over from Rebel. Not too worried about it, though. Definitely good to make good off of it. Rather, it's full utility across the board as well. No head armor for Reaper is no problem at all. You're playing against AKs. And now taking their sights to outside with a little bit more bodies, a little bit more manpower, Michigan State. Turning their attention from lobby side, from ramp side, instead keeping somebody there to keep pressure. Just in case any CTs were to over-aggress, to overextend, maybe give them an open frag, but Rebel aren't going to do so much as anything close to that. It's perhaps a frag that could be found onto the mini player. As they take their time, they start to dwindle on utility. Only 3 smokes now and a handful of flashbangs just as well, so should they make their way around, it shouldn't be too hard to make do with. Severe is feeling himself on the outside, though, spamming through the blue bin, takes Aaron's Fury very low, but a dink immediately back through. It's Kraken who activates from the opposite end. It's great teamwork, a tag team duo to get it done. First frag found, and Rebel are looking pretty good in the round that their weaponry wasn't really doing a whole lot for them. But it's the man who wields the weapon. Kraken still sticking around in mini. That smoke isn't great, but eventually it does the trick. Oslo taking a little bit of team damage, but they'll continue to head down through secret. One player is still lurking around, though. It's Kraken from the vent. He's dropped the Molotov with only 30 seconds left. They've got a single smoke even still, but they don't want to extinguish it. They've got to, because he's going to drop a smoke of his own. Flashbangs into the corner, but it's not good enough. Lining to the Reaper crossfire. It's them who both chime in for all 5 kills in the round overall. Kraken from the outside found one earlier on. Reaper with a triple kill from lower. And everything looks to be going swimmingly for Rebel as there's a pause for Michigan State. They're going to have to take a save here. 4th round on the horizon for the CT boys, and maybe not feeling so confident in that T-side pick. Only 1 kill found on the side of Michigan State in this game so far, and that was from Aiden in the Glock round. It's a very bitter pill to try and swallow. Should they get it down, though, Michigan State may be able to recover in these rounds to come, but only now are they on Deagles. Locked out of very many attempts into the game. It's a shot, rings out to the side of the head of Kraken. Aiden missing the mark, and his teammate and him facing the brunt of the damage even still. Oh, but what a shot from Oslo over at the ramp. It's Severe trying to recover, though. Does good on the first, second as well. Transfer onto the third. He pulls his aim right back in. It seems easy as it ever has been. Haas and Aaron's Fury, the only 2 left standing, thanks to the heroics of Severe. Dealing with the onslaught of T's over at the ramp. Everything seems to be calming down. Calm before the storm, though. Kraken not getting timed onto the peak onto Haas. Going in for a second as well, though. Jackro's going to steal it away, and it's probably for the best. He's going to get more cash in his pocket for it, lining the money of the CTs even further still. And another kill added to the tally of Michigan State. They have doubled their total. What is Oslo not, honestly? He could be anything. To the outside could be catastrophic, actually, onto their domes, but they just bypassed it, heading towards red very quickly instead. Evaded any oncoming utility damage that could have been sent their way, but through the smoke, it's Kraken who does good on to Haas. It's Reaper from down below, though. He strikes. Head taken clean off. Bomb's going first. Not quite sure how I feel about that one, but they'll pull back. Sending a flashbang into the smoke, they'll head right back up. Oslo, though, has to deal with Jackro up top hut. He's not going to have to. It's Aaron who does it, taken down to 1 HP from the dink. Realizing there's an op in heaven, though, he's got to be very careful about retrieving that bomb on such low HP. Wrapping around from the back lines, though, it's Kraken. Oh, he spots out the player, but doesn't find it. Apparently Nublis was inside of the site waiting the whole time. How crazy is that? This caster's a loser? I can't time him out. It's funny because it's true. Okay, this guy is kind of weird. It's kind of weird, champ. I'm not gonna lie. I can deal with hate. I can't deal with weird. Weird is a little. That's an entirely different story. But back into the game we go. It's a Tech 9 in the hands of Aaron's Fury. He's gonna be more than willing to take the back seat on the weaponry in favor of his teammates finding what they require. But the AWP for Severe on an off angle, not expected by Haas. Crossing to the backside of the ramp is not going to have a good time of it. Yet another man advantage for Revel. Although map control may be in the hands of Michigan State, it's a matter of what they do with that map control. And they peeled right on back into lobby. 2 players still here. Not spotted out by Nublis just yet, but the spray is there. It's great. Spotting only the lower half of his torso takes him out, and Severe's on a sick angle as well. He might just have a player walk right into him. I have underscore. I don't have underscores. Loser caster because Revel is winning. This is a great setup right now on the B-bomb site. They've perfectly done everything in protocol to have this round a lock-in. Literally no weaknesses in any point other than Secret, which is also being covered to some extent. Kraken now making his way back over to that part of the map to check things out. Not going to find anything, though. Instead, it's over towards the front side of A that Aaron's Fury is going to make the entrance that he needs for his team. Molotov towards Mini, nobody there. Jackrow's holding for the outside of the hut. They're going to walk right into his crosshair. Double lined up. Easy does it. Bomb drop. Looking for the third as well. A dink. And a finished job by Nublis. It's yet another closer from Revel. A double from the 2 topside players, Jackrow and Nublis. Severe chiming in the beginning of the round as well. 6-0 is a very grim stature for Michigan right now, but they're not down and out just yet. Obviously on the lesser of the 2 sides, in my opinion, and obviously really not doing them a whole lot of favors. What's map 2? Do we know? Yeah, overpass, baby. Where to go, the decider. And now Severe on his hyper-aggressive stuff. Goes over toward the front side of the ramp, but Haas actually catches Kraken on a timing and pulls out the AK as well. Spray out a Jack who doesn't have his gun pulled, and now things are getting dangerous. Nublis has to do it all. Flashbang goes high, low HP player done for. Spray is good. Nublis for a third, and he's got it. Everything is his. The round, the kills, and quite possibly the game, and it looks right now, and Reaper's gonna make sure of it. What a round from Nublis in the inside of the site. There's a little bit of a clip we can kick things off with. It's Nublis to find his 8th kill, avoiding death. Reverse 007. Bames John'd up in here, and we've got so much more Counter-Strike to be played, and they've already found themselves feeling it. Let's see where they decide to head with it now. That momentum is going to be massive for them, and it looks like the T's are going to be taking themselves outside once more. The AWP now in the hands of Aaron. Yeah, I'm not really sure, Stanley, to be completely honest with you. Reaper aggressing over at the ramp. It's just absolute terrorism throughout the map from the CTs. Severe continues to chime in the round, shooting just to the side of Babe on the wall. He'll take a lick of damage. Nothing fatal, though. He can continue to move forwards. And there's Kraken for another. He's going to continue to swing into this. Nade out in the hands of Babe. It's Aiden who misses his shot. Severe does not. 8-0. And what more can you say about this half right now from Revel? They're just absolutely running over their opponents. No one is a weak link in this CT campaign right now. A total of 6 kills across the board in Michigan State. Not even exceeding the bottom player on Revel right now is the entirety of the team of Michigan State. If that isn't a testament to how this game has gone for them, then I don't know what is. An absolute masterclass thus far, and Revel are not stopping anytime soon. Continuing to get the ball rolling here. There it is, Kraken once again. Severe sniping over at the ramp, continuing to find success just the same, and a complete lockdown of the top site, bottom site, not even able to get into half of the time, and the A1S, oh, that's a nice A1S, Nublis, nice. I wonder what that would look like with like hollow or foil Renegade stickers, but just a little bit of skin talk while we have a moment of silence as everything goes dark across the map. It's Babe trying to find Nublis on his favorite angle of all time, and it's just so hard to clear. You can be standing on so many different elevations in Kraken. He's going to hear a player making his way down the vents with the bomb. Aaron's Fury is just behind from the stairs of ramp. Little does he know. Oh, he sees that player, but decides not to fire off. Instead, he'll go for information. Oh, Kraken with his back turn. A missed shot. Eventually pulled back down the ladder. Reaper, my friend. That is not the best of calls, but I mean, go off, I guess. Aaron seemed to be ready for it, but jumping into the vent does not pull his gun in time, or at least doesn't fire it off with accuracy in time, and that finds them yet another round in disadvantage with pistols once again. Double digits for Revel before the team of Michigan State have hit double digits collectively in the kills. So, heading out into the site with the Tech 9 first. It's a catch onto Jackro, who's blind. Severe finds one with the AWP from Heaven, trying to support his teammate. Nublis finds one of his own, but Severe's not done just yet. Span through the smoke's going well as well, but not really sure who to watch at this stage. It's Auto Director who I'm going to let take the wheel, and it looks like that's a good call. It's Kraken through the smoke who claims the life of Aaron's Fury. Not a chance in hell. He makes his way out of that one alive. It's a lucky kill. All luck, no skill, perhaps, maybe even, but a trade back from Haas, 2v2. Things are looking pretty decent right now as the bomb looks to be planted. Severe's going to have to make his way through Heaven with the AWP in order to stop it, and he's not going to do that. Definitely not in the strat book, and in the retake, this is entirely possible for Michigan to put one onto the board finally. Aiden with his back turn, Haas not really paying attention to Heaven either. Severe can honestly just walk right out, and he does, misses his shot. And now Reaper's got it all to do. He'll find that first frag, second player knows, and he's got it. The spray is great. Another round converted at a clutch, a 1 versus 2 no less, and Reaper is the man to take it over the line. Nublis finding his first death in that round there alongside Severe, who both find themselves with 10 kills in the game thus far, and not even that was enough to get them over the line. Michigan State unable to close another round to the wayside, although it was just an eco. It was a pretty good attempt as well as getting the bomb down. It was pretty good all things considered. Oh no, Severe got stabbed in the back. He's tilted, guys. I think the game's over. I think this is it. This is the downfall. They're turning on each other. Ooh, Aiden looked like he had a timing onto the player over at the front side of Hut. Or Mini, rather, but no. Severe is too fast and too quick. He takes the peek at the same time, down to 16. Doesn't give a rat's as he peeks into it and finds the frag. Aaron's Fury not so successful with his sniper rifle. Flashbangs through, though, and he's going to eventually make his way through the ramp, but not finding... Ooh, Jesus. Not finding the ramp player, but instead his support. They'll just use Bogdan's Law. 4v4, good call for Reaper to pull back into the B-bomb site. He has a player over at the secret steps in Kraken who's been Molotov'd back, so he is able to give off any information that he may need, but into the A-bomb site, a lot of utility rings true. Is split 3-1, and it looks like they're about to split into the bomb site altogether. Jacko's going to have to find something here. He really will. At least one kill. Sean to the back. Kraken, he's going to find one, but it's actually he who's been heard. As he makes those fights happen, Kraken knows there's an off close by. Aaron's Fury closes it. He's going to find a no-scope on a Reaper up through the vents, and he finds a third kill on the Kraken, the last man between them in their first round. I think I cast or cursed it. I really did. I think I did it. Caster's a loser. No cap. What is... Okay, I had a feeling they were breaking the glass, but you never be too safe. Out to the front of the site, Haas with the up, taking a quick peek. He's going to miss his chance, but Jacko gives him another. Doesn't squander it the second time around. It's started to look a little bit more frantic than rounds prior from Revel. And now Michigan State find themselves in the driver's seat of yet another round. A lot of sound being heard outside as well. A lot of it. Two players actually looking towards Benny, though, and Kraken, he'll find the better of both. He kills Haas right through Oslo and takes him down to 48 in the process. A 3 versus 4. Everything's looking swimming now. And Samir gets another opportunity on the outside for a quick peek, and he's going to go in for his next. Flicks a little bit too far to his right, however, and now he's got players to both sides of him. Here's Aiden, but he doesn't actually take the shot in time. It's Aiden who reacts. A good attempt. Low HP on Kraken through that vent could have been his demise. And there's still opportunity for them to find these kills. They've got bomb, AK picked up by Aiden. They're actually juggling this op around quite a bit, it seems. Both Haas, Aaron's, and Aiden in this round picking it up. in the vent. Low HP. Kraken just barely evading that Molotov, thankfully for him. And I'm not sure how I feel about that from Reaper taking a timing through the double doors. He's going to swing wide open, and the plant can now be put down. Player to both sides, but one of them is low HP, and as Kraken swings open the door, he's going to look to find Aiden with his back turn, and he gets just that. It's all on Babe, 1v2. Low HP on that first player, like I had said. Nublis, the man to topple. He's got a flashbang to work with the smoke for Kraken just the same. He's going to drop it on top of the bomb. Available for a stick. The 4 HP player will go for it. Turn head. Nublis isn't looking at double door in through the smoke. Babe will find another. A second round on the board, and Revel maybe floundering that one a little bit towards the end there. Nublis trying to hold on to single door just in case he had come from that way, I guess, for the time being. But instead, he turns his attention to too long. Welcome back, Limes, my friend. You didn't get banned, you got timed out. It's okay. You didn't get banned, you didn't get banned. This is it's really not. I can show you what a ban is. It's casters. AWP, try to peek into the A bomb site. Nublis, though, gets the better of him once again. The angle is nigh impossible to pull them off. Nice shots from Severe, though, as he cleans them up on the outside, leaving it all to the shoulders of Aiden. Doesn't really see much, though. They go through the smoke. Reaper's ready for this. Aiden taking quick peeks, does get one through the wall. Severe to meet his demise, and the second player almost meeting the same fate AK picked up, but Reaper with it. Oh, he always loves that flashbang. He's throwing it right into the sky. He peeks right on the other side of it, but Aiden is no better than anyone else that Reaper has toppled throughout the game thus far. In 11th, Revel right back to winning ways, not forgetting where they had come from in this game, and everybody really feeling it at this stage. Dang, bro. Proxed? Proxed the homie? That's a nice looking knife, too. Oh, that's a nice looking knife also. Yeah, look at that. Oh, baby. That's craftsmanship right there. On the outside with Tech 9s. They've got a lot of success with these Tech 9s, and it looks like they're going to catch yet another player off guard. It's Kraken this time around, but even still, Nublis and Jackro there to pick up the pieces. Looking pretty solid all the way around. I don't think Auto Director wants to see any of the kills, but there's Oslo wrapping around to Severe. He can't fire off on all cylinders now, as there's a low HP inside of the site. AWP to be retrieved, and now things get a little bit dangerous. Maybe even the A1S to be picked back up. Hearing a lot of footsteps even still. Aaron's going to pick up that sniper rifle, smoke in his hands just the same. Now he's going to try and maybe beat out his teammates to try and force their way into the bomb site with trades, but they're going for lobby control altogether. This is a great call from Nublis and Jackro. Low HP on Jackro doesn't really matter when he's got Nublis by his side. Looking great. Clearing out every corner. Every nook and cranny, no stone left unturned. Glass broken, and here we go. 30 seconds left. And now they can get the bomb down for free as well. If there is one thing going for them. Guns being traded. Bogdan's Law. Somebody said it before, and there it is in action. We'll see if it means anything, though. Nobody behind the silo. Molotov to go deep, and now they've got everything to play for as Ares Fury with the sniper rifle looks towards the left side of the ramp. Reaper's the first to go. Clothesline practically looking for another. Jackro, though, quick on the trigger, but Aiden is quicker than even that as Nublis tries to scale up. Unsuccessful in finding a thing. Am I muted? Someone probably would have said something earlier on if I was. Spam through the wall. It looked like it might have been good on a Kraken. Just a couple of bullets there. Great shot from Severe, fast. Through the front side of the hut. His teammate lost his frag as well. No, I'm not muted. I'm getting trolled. Oh well. That's good. We're pretty quiet. Minute and 20 left, and utility still thick for the side of Michigan State. But the counter utility is starting to actually run pretty dry for Rebel here in the last round of the half before we switch things over. It looks like they might find themselves in a similar situation to before, except this time Nublis isn't in his favorite angle. This is a shame. It's Jack Rowe up top. Hut, though, might be able to get something at the very least. First frag found, and good damage otherwise. Severe still in the middle of the site, though. 2v2. Oh, he hears the zoom of the next, and he knows the bomb is... Or actually, does he know that the bomb isn't near him? He'll go for the peek after his teammate falls. Nublis gives him the info required, but Haas is on the flank. He's already wrapping around through heaven, and Severe's got to be ready. He's got to make a play. He's got to go for something. It doesn't look likely. Unless he turns right now. It seems that Haas has locked it in. The 1v1 clutch goes his way, and it's a 4-11 score as we switch things around. Onto the attack, our Rebel with 5 rounds to close it out. And a hell of a lot more from Michigan State to make this one look like a competitive outing on the favorite of the two sides. It seems that where Michigan State were lacking in the aggression on their T-side, Rebel were making up in dividends on their own. It was constantly part of their regular season groove, so to speak, part of their method of madness, their technique to be that team who isn't afraid to take peeks like that, especially names like Severe, especially names like Reaper. A classic right-click flashbang from that man, and you'll not only be blind, but not soon after, you'll probably be dead just the same. Why are you being mean? Why be mean? Caster, is this your first cast? Actually, yeah. Honestly, Limes, I realized like halfway through me timing you out that I'm like 90% sure I've seen you here in another chats before anyway. I just wasn't really thinking. It's been a long time. I haven't really been casting all too much recently, so I apologize. I am a loser, though. It's so true. That part I can't deny, man. I might be. That might be true. But yeah, that's it. That's really it. Throat goat? What's your rate to cast? If you wanna talk about it, we can talk about it after the stream, or if you wanna whisper me, I can tell you privately, but not really looking to disclose that on in public info. Got a Tech 9 in the hands of Kraken. He's going to be wielding the only non-Glock in the round so far, with good utility on a Jack Rowe and Severe as well, and they're going to be sending that out now. It's a smoke to the front side of Garage, but Aiden's going to peek ahead of it. Finds Severe, first shot, first kill. The opener for the CT side this time around at Michigan State are on for something great. Aaron's Fury in the back line with dualies. He's going to find one of his own. Not going to finish the bomb carrier, however, although Jack Rowe may not be close enough. Space with his teammate. Haas drops off from the top of Hut and finds a double of his own right. That's incredible. Tony belly button kill? What? What is happening? What is happening? I've literally never heard of such a thing in my entire life. That's a little beer moment right there, man. Maybe someday. Maybe I'll have my own cast and I'll do that at some point for channel points, but not now, not here. Here on the Rebel channel. We're ready to watch some CS. No belly buttons here. Slow spotting a couple of Glocks over towards the front side of Hut. He's just going to take a couple of pop shots, but it's Haas who finishes the job. Of course, Werewolf does. Anyway. Babe Nation at the ramp with an SMG like this is going to be pretty excited to have a couple of names coming his way. Do him a whole hell of a lot of good. Oh, great work from Aaron. The backlines, though, to line up 4. He just so happened to be stacked up one on top of another, and he'll take that every day of the week. And he'll switch over to the AWP just the same as he realizes the full buy from Rebel is now to come through. 5 AKs, good utility across the board with head armor just the same. And now at 11-6, Rebel have to show that they can close out this map number 1 before we head into the map pick of Michigan State overpass. Because if they can't, that would be a great loss to not only their confidence and mental, but players like Severe, players like Reaper really do feed off of that kind of an energy. And that would put a halt to a lot. Much is for sure. Utility sent to the outside as per usual from Rebel, gaining that map control very early on, sending a player over towards the front side of A with the bomb to regroup from Reaper and Kraken though, and now it's all the pressure game. It's all on to Jackro on the outside, joined now by Severe not so far off to try and keep the pressure on. Aiden's got a great position though should they head down. Spotted. Kraken in the corner of the box takes him down to 47. Good damage on the initial opener. A duel that no player has made any fatal decisions just yet, but here they come on their way. A flashbang from Nublis. Kraken looked like he might have wanted to go through that a little preemptively, but pulls himself back, reins himself in. Self-flash. Now he goes in for a little bit of a jiggle, but it's towards A where the hit really is. A player pulled away already, and now they've got a lot to worry about the CT side. If they lose on even one of these fights without a frag, that could mean the end of the round entirely. Haas from the top, though, he's going to find his one. Inside of the site, he'll find another. He's actually in the back. A reload from Jackro as Aaron's Fury peeks in through heaven. Could have been everything, but no, from the front side of the hut. The AWP gets another chance at life, and now Severe, he'll be taken down by Babe, who's made his way through the ramp. The SMG does it. Welcome to the clutch. Not exactly that, but it's the thought that counts, I guess, in Michigan State taking themselves up to 7. They've finally put themselves into a winning position now. Bro, it's okay. You can joke. You can even be the meanest person in the world to me in my chat. It's cool. It's when you start getting weird. That's when there's a difference between being mean and weird. Like genuinely. That's a real feeling. Nade, though, on the outside takes Jackro down to size. It's Aiden not so far away. Flashbang from a teammate to try and find some frags of his own. Spray through the smoke just as well. Finds more damage, and Aaron's there to chime in. A double for him. And Nublis has very little hope of getting into the bomb site with his HP. And Severe so far away. But he's being chased down by Aaron's Fury with dual Berettas. AWP picked right back out, looking for the 4K on the other side of front. Red Severe's done, head taken off, blown away. Michigan State on 8. We all love you, Tony. Don't be upset. I'm not upset. I'm not upset. I'm not upset. I don't get upset. I get mad. Casters don't have emotions. You're not allowed to be a caster if you have emotions. The only emotions that you're allowed to have are euphoric, nostalgic, and excitement. That's the one. Oh, and disappointment. Those 4. So there it is. Nublis, he's going to bring a quick kill onto the outside. A full 5-man aggression to gain that map control with very little utility spent. Just what the doctor ordered. Oh, thank you, very classic. That's so sweet of you. Kraken, not so sweet of you to put one through the eyes of Babe, however. He's not going to be too appreciative of that. Not my typical Valentine's Day gift, I'll tell you that. But Oslo is going to pull one back. That's his gift to his team. He's got to go a little bit farther than that. Reaper's not going to allow for it. Dropping off the top of the mini. Things are looking a little bit grim at this stage. See, Mitch! God, I love seeing names. This is the one thing that organizations like Revel are great for me to be able to cast because they don't really care that I talk to chat, which is cool because I like chat. Severe on the lower bomb site, those spots. The CT trying to make his way through the right side of the ramp, but from the left side as well. Aaron's Fury with the up is going to be trying to take a peek into it with his own. Dooley's pulled. Severe is going on a mission. He's going to be failing that mission, unfortunately for him. He's got a lot of utility to try and force a player out through the back of the bomb site, but Reaper's got his number. Another headshot, a crisp incision, and a 12th for Revel, now within 4 of closing the distance. These games are legit. This game is absolutely 100% legit. I don't know about any other league. I don't know about any other teams. This one is verifiably legit. Or I myself am not legit. I'll take the fall. I'll take the fall. I know that Revel is clean. Tony is an AI. I actually am. I'm built to know everything about nothing. Things go silent across the map. Smoke deployed over at Squeaky One, about to fade over at ramp, and that may be their opening into some point of the map. Severe and Nublis looking to gain control of it. Jackro picking down back up as well, and they've got everybody over in this part of the map. Nobody on the outside. And the CTs might think that they have these Ts in a corner, but they haven't met anything yet. Which may be entirely true, as a matter of fact, considering they now know, at least to some extent, that outside is going to be clear. Babe is going to make that well and truly known. There's Haas, excuse me, through the smoke. He'll take a couple of bullets of damage from Nublis. A flashbang ahead, though. 45 seconds. One smoke, two flashes, a nade, and a molly. They've got to commit to somewhere, and they've got to do it soon. And perhaps they redirect themselves to A. One player going to the outside to throw utility. Probably a molly or a smoke from the rafters behind. More than likely, and here they go. Oslo on a close angle, and one they may not have seen too many times before, but Nublis is ready to trade out after he finds his player over in Mini, but from the op, it's Aaron's Fury from the heavens above. An angel's wings, really, as bomb is planted. Haas may catch Reaper in the back with the door blown open, and there it is. An easy frag for him. Nublis in a 1v3. What can you do, my friend? Is this your time to shine? We saw you have a crazy triple kill earlier on, but can you do it in a clutch? The answer is, unfortunately, not. Money in the bank for Kraken and a Nublis bomb plant is going to mean a decent bit. But Michigan State hitting 9. And now perhaps things start to get a little bit more dangerous, a little bit more sweaty over in the Rebel camp, despite having a lot of money in the pockets for this round and likely the next. Money can only do so much for it. Money can't buy happiness, and what would make them happy is this map win. So, you do the math. I don't do that. I cast. I got paid to talk. Tony, where's the webcam? Tony, belly cam ASAP. I wonder what it would take monetarily for me to do a belly button cam. Money can't buy happiness, but it can buy my belly button. That much is for sure. Money can buy happiness. I don't care what you say, Big Tony. Nah, bro, you can't buy happy. You can't. Not everybody in the world, if I gave them $1 billion, would be happy. You know. That's not like a guarantee. I mean, they'd have to be crazy not to be happy that they have $1 billion. Here they go to the outside once more. Rebel found success earlier on. They're going to try and recreate that same success, but Aiden going over the top of the bins on the outside may give a free line of sight onto Severe, who is peeking over towards the heavens above. Go TV Bugs for a second. Aiden still over the top of the smoke, finds impact again and again. Jackro, though, deals with him. A 4 versus 3. Maybe a little bit of overextension from the CT side, and another from Aaron. What are they doing? Giving the man the round that he requires. Jackro on for the ace at this stage. And you got to keep in mind also, the man is quite the opper in his own respect. Nublis clotheslines the first. Reaper wasn't too happy with that one. He wanted that frag. Oslo in the clutch, 1v3 from ramp. He's got decent utility, but what he doesn't have is a great point of entry into the site. Or re-entry, to be more specific. And it doesn't look like he's even going to be messing with it. Instead, he'll try and maybe pick up the AWP from the outside and scavenge that one into the next round. His teammates can buy, relatively speaking. Babe and Haas will not be too broken and battered by it, and Oslo will be able to purchase at least something for his teammate into the next round. They've got no loss bonus, but whatever they can scrounge together will be worth more than nothing. $4,750 saved. Score! And Rebel find 13. Not so score. Kraken may give him a frag as well, but he peels away. He's not really trying to get a kill. Much more focused on carrying this gun over into the next, and that is going to be their #1 priority. It is. Yet another round of ops. It's a double op for Babe and Aaron's. That's what they're going to invest in into this round. All their money goes towards that. And here they are. Seems that they're kind of alternating recently in these last couple of rounds, back and forth on whether we want to go full outside or more full towards the front side of top site. But instead, Reaper will catch an opener to the squeaky door. It's blown wide open, and Oslo not really ready for the peak. Big round, maybe don't peek by one. Hop over at ramp, though. Posted up upon him. He's not going to fall for it. The jump is not going to do wonders, and Reaper gets tagged up through the body as well. Nublis around the side, though. Babe Nation may find one, but he's no more than that. There's Fury, no better. Nublis doubles down. Over at the ramp, he's locked it. The bomb site may be theirs, but Aiden still over on the side of control. Will finish out Nublis without a bullet of damage taken, and he's got his teammate by his side as well. Haas is here, through the single door, dealt with by Severe. Double maybe to be found as the double door is closed. But through it will spam Jackro and finds 14. Closer and closer we get to map number 2. Who's the better team? Either of them if they put me in. Shitters. Nobody's good until Tony is slanging. USPs across from Michigan State. Bodying up towards lower B, actually, and not quite sure what the idea of this is, but whatever it is, it's not really going to be paying off anytime soon. Instead, they wrap their way to the top of the stairs. Reaper is there to try and stop them, but through the smoke, damage from the USPs is good enough to find him. AK picked up even still. If they can carry something over in the next round, I guess that's okay. They've got 2 rounds of loss. I really wouldn't be going in with that AK. I don't care if you can buy next round or not, I just wouldn't. It seems like they have realized just the same. Aiden on an off angle trying to catch an exit. Kraken may hand it to him through the heavens above. USP-1 goes in. Babe Nation waiting to be the next in the line. And Jackro catches him easily. Nublis just the same. AWP chimes in for one of his own. Severe doesn't end around without a frag there. AK saved by Haas and CT Spawn. We've seen this one before. To the hut already goes Haas. Not going to find anything just yet. No success too much to be found as of now. It's Haas who eventually makes his way around the corner, around the bend, and an end to Kraken's life. Not so far away either. Reaper waiting to open the door. He's pulling a little bit of a crowd trick, I guess. He's like, right there. That's where he's at. I'm going to take him out. No, not going to be. Instead, Aiden top of hut lying in wait. Has so many support beams on his team right now to where the A-bomb site faltering at this stage would be an absolute catastrophe. Flashbangs off the wall for Nublis to entry, and there he goes. Top of hut, player heard, player spotted, player found, player fragged. 1 versus 3, 1 versus 2. Nublis has it all to do, but he looks like he's gotten the nerves to do it. From the heavens, trying to go for the bomb plant. Babe's not buying into it, and he actually sticks it. Now this might be something for Nublis. He's not even going to go through the Molotov, but it'll be Oslo who peeks in instead. From the opposite side. Closes it out at 10th for Michigan State, finally hitting that double digits mark. Rebel denied map number 1 a little bit early. Maybe overtime in the cards. And that's why you don't bet on main games in North American Counter-Strike, or any league for that matter. Word to the wise. Especially that much. Reaper on a slight off angle, hoping somebody walks into his crosshair, not to be. He drops a smoke and a flashbang instead, trying to make his way through, but he's not going to. Nade ahead, though, might catch up Oslo at the foot, takes him down to 58, eating that one practically. And now, very quick over to the ramp to support. He hears footsteps, his teammate had at least. Going in for another peek is Aaron's Fury, maybe a little bit overzealous. Jackro mollying it off. Aaron's trying to go in for some more. Does tag up Reaper through the side of the wall, though. Still a kill found and then damage even further. Aaron's done his job and then some. Time just ticking below the 1 minute mark now. Severe setting Reaper up for a peek towards the Opper, who's now not blind. Where this can end up is anybody's guess. It's going to have to be a hell of a pre-fire from Severe, but I just am not sure how I feel about that. They're going to inch back, crawling back to ramp. Oh, footstep her. That may be a telling point. Aiden's still here, though, on the other side of control. This is a good angle for him. They're going to walk right into him. And onwards and inwards they head. Reaper first up at bat. It'll be Babe to clean out. Doesn't even need the support of his teammate at this stage, I guess. Babe finds 3, and the GoTV enjoys watching Aiden a little too much. He was doing well for the entirety of the game right up until that round, so let's hope that doesn't happen again. There is another 2 maps to come. Unless you can bet on map-to-map basis, I don't know. And yeah, I doubt that's the case, so. There are still 2 maps to come, so not all hope is lost for the betters. On the Michigan side, Babe Nation, though, spotting them out over a ramp. A quick spray down onto 2. USP pulled. Not going to finish the job, and Severe, he's going to get another. Here's the AWP zoom. Peeks in. Nublus with the M4. CZ pulled from Aaron's Fury, though. Not going to finish the job there. It's a clothesline as Nublus is the final lamb to the slaughter. 12-15 buyback for Revel. Now this is almost last chance saloon. This round is going to be their last full buy until 15-14. Do or die. That's okay. Everyone who sees the screen realizes who I'm talking about when I say Michigan, so it doesn't really matter. Sorry to tilt you, man. Deal with it. All right. Michigan State. Just for you. Just for you, dude. This whole game, they'll be known as only Michigan State now. I'm sorry. Just for you. Nublus opens up. Aiden over the top. Takes the top off of Severe just as quickly. Quite the opening kill to have found. A one-tap, no less. Aiden continuing his streak. He's going to find even further damage. Finding Reaper just the same. He doesn't look like he's done there. A Molotov goes deep, and that's going to force him either forward or back, and it's the latter. But Aiden may be called off if Jackro is good on his timing. Easy kill onto the first. Second transfer is just as good. Top of hut. What? Hello? Go TV. Okay, good. Haas? There for it. Tries to drop below, and it's not going to fool Nublus. His transfers are too hot himself, and he and Jackro find all 5 between them to close out map number 1 to send us to overpass with an advantage. And don't go anywhere, because we will be back with that map soon enough. I'm going to throw it over to my little graphic that I have made here. It's hot and ready off the press, and then we're going to throw up the rest of the music, and we'll be back in no time. Hang around, chill out. I'll be in chat. Either way, behave.
And I've been chilling, watching the ocean with you. Baby up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our cloudlands when people change, but not us. And we just chilling, kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the monsoon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me home.
broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go. I'm breaking these walls down, breaking these walls down. If you want adventure, then fly to home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm done with yesterday. Fada, fada. I fell where my demons dwell. My own little nightmare, I call it hell. Oh well, it's time to get back up. Climbing and climbing, I'm done with this ride, is what I tell myself, so I could feel something else. Yeah, I guess I had my bad days, but it doesn't mean I lost my style. Darling, where were you when my heart was on the ground? I thought time would prove that you would stick around. I guess time starts down, a king without his crown. Now I'm breaking and you're faking, girl. You never made a sound. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm done with yesterday. Fada, fada.
Come in. I could seat you by the fire. Listen, listen. There's something I must confide. I know I said that it'd be fine. I know I made it look like it'd be alright, but I think I learned my lesson, and I'm not gonna let you out of my sight. You can call me killer, 'cause I'll bring you to the light. And it might taste bitter when you're answering to God. You can call me killer as you look into my eyes. Nothing but a sinner. We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too.
Okie dokie. You know what time it is. It's Counter-Strike time. We're jumping right into it as the knife round doesn't really matter, because the map has already decided who will be getting which side. Getting a little heartburn right now. It's kind of painful, but we're going to cast through it anyway. Dooley's picked up by Haas, his weapon of choice. P250 for Aaron's Fury just the same. Instead, they're going to be sending their way through short B, and Jackro and Kraken swing open the door. They may find some frags, but it's Haas who gets his chance. His time in the light. One apiece, so it seemed. Back and forth we go into the bomb site. It's Michigan State who've come out on top. Hey, yo, it's Fear. Let's go. What'd you eat, heartburn boy? I literally just ate one French fry from my fridge because I was hungry and I wasn't trying to eat because I can't. So maybe it's the grease from that. I don't know. I guess I'm a baby, and outside of the front side of bathrooms, maybe crying a little bit like a baby, maybe Babe Nation. Front side of the site, even still, Aiden's got it all to do, and he's going to go down as well, and Jackro finds 3. It's his round to come to life. The pistol round of map number 2, and the in-game leader leads by example to find Revel that first round. Severe and Nublis doing what they can as well. Great openers from Michigan State as they take it up to the A-bomb site, though. It looks like the CT side were too wise to it. Quick to their tricks, and they get map number 2 off to a hot start. Front side of A, Molotov off. 2 scouts not able to spot anything out thanks to that. Smoke's not going to be deployed for the occasion. They still have 4. So, it's pretty good. They wait out the molly, as one does, and now pulling back to the A-bomb site to play a little bit more passively are the rifles at range, which is probably the best call to make, except for the fact that those scouts could also definitely be very potent if the CTs get a little bit antsy on their peaks. Doesn't seem like that's the case, though. Smoking off Monster Tunnel, playing things safe. Kraken. He's got B-bomb site on lockdown with his brother Reaper by his side. I'm not sure if you heard that, but that was a crazy sneeze. Scout's not able to do a whole lot just yet. Oh, I'm feeling pretty cleared up. It's pretty sick. As they send their way into the 8-bomb site, there are quite a number of players to have to deal with. Jackrow range dealt with by Haas. What a great connection for him to find Reaper, playing off the back of Nublis, who actually gets taken down by the scout first. Back into the bomb site he goes, though. SMG picked back up. Low HP onto one player far away. Close up. He deals with Babe. Bomb yet to go down. It was just a fake. It's low HP for both of the T's as they try and find themselves somewhat of a post plant now. Jackrow and Kraken both firing off on both ends, just keeping the game interesting. Bomb now gets to go down. However, he swings right into the site. Kraken's got to stay alive. He's got to find a frag. Finds that first, trying to put the bomb into the ground as Aaron's Fury, but not on his watch. A double kill from he. Nublis with a triple inside of the site. Both heroes in the round. SMG for 2 of the 5. Khalil for Aaron's Fury. No utility. Barely any utility across the board, as a matter of fact. There goes their last few bits and bobs, at least the important ones. They've got another Molotov to send to that same area, should they so please, but the CTs are going to keep them at bay for that little while longer. They can win out this war of attrition well and truly. They're not really being pressed all too much. Their flashbangs may begin to dwindle, though. They have the better weaponry for the frags across the board anyway. It shouldn't be an issue. A couple of smokes and flashes here and there not being had for the CT side is not for tears. Now at the 50-second mark, the CTs themselves are also getting a little bit antsy. Kraken and Reaper, they'll trade weaponry back and forth. Aiden up very close. No flashbang from a teammate yet, though. And Kraken, he'll get his chance. But close range clothesline. Kraken's not as good for the fight as maybe he so thought. Jackrow head down, though. Could mean everything. He's waiting for the players to make their way around. Bomb planter spotted easy for Jackrow, but the second kill not so easy. Nublis makes his way into the site. Transfer onto the second, even the third taking damage as well. Aaron's Fury not ready for the second in heaven, but Severe's not ready either. A double with the Galil. It's he on a wide swing. Not really expecting that player to be there, and Severe known to be an opper, but in that round, not really showing us so much of the prowess on the rifle. Dumb v dumb and dumb won. Flashbang to the front side of A for a little bit of a peek. Michigan State now looking to equalize the situation as they find themselves within 1 of tying things up early on in map number 2. Not so far away. Severe is known to be a little bit of a deagler himself, though. Actually, they're all known to be quite the deaglers across the board. Spotted in con. SMG tags up Reaper. Looking to finish the job now. There it is. Easy does it. Jackrow still inside of B, not being tested. Haas has already evaded his sights, though, and that might be an issue for him. Ooh, but he managed to find a shot anyway, and the scout tags up one as well. USP may be able to finish the job, trying to plant in the center of the site. Nublis gets a tag on to get another. Both Haas and Aaron's being so very low are the 2 players who you'd like to go pushing, but Haas actually is. No scope not quite going to hit, though. It's Haas trying to BM a little bit there. At the end of it all. Salt in the wound, 2-2. CT side not yet able to buy, and a pause comes through, likely by Rebel themselves, to discuss how they want to go about their economy for the rounds to come, giving up the first round disadvantage they've had to Michigan State in, I believe, the entirety of the series. What the heck, Scott Hoffman 009? Oh, that's not a 9. This caster is blind. Scott Hoffman 000. I'm sorry. I'm illiterate. That's what should be spammed. That much is facts. Nope. Fucking nope. USPs for Rebel aren't what you like to see, but if it's going to let them bounce their money back in the next round, they'll take whatever they can get, I'm sure. Kraken may be able to get a little bit cheeky with the Zeus, but even that's going to be a tough ask. First kill found in the front side of the bathroom. He's dinked up down to 39, though, is Haas, and he's still the front line of contention. Even still, Jackro on the other side. Severe not so far away, but clotheslining yet another, leaving Jackro and Reaper left to their own devices. Jackro in the back, trying to catch off Aaron's Fury with his pants down, but he's like a turret. NS. Map 1 was won by Rebel 16-12. Joe Who. Match paused. Once more. Not quite sure what that's about. Two so close to one another. Maybe a little bit more than tactical, perhaps. Who knows? Hopefully not. SMG for Aiden. He's actually had his way through the Molotov at the front side of A, taking no damage for his troubles. Flashbang ahead to try and catch a timing, but Nublis has already pulled so far back that it doesn't really matter. Going very far forwards. He's definitely going to be the entry man for them in this round here, and it's a matter of whether or not he can break things open. Crack the egg. And it looks like Severe's cracked a couple of eggs himself. He's looking to make that omelet. Nublis going to chime in as well. He's the sous chef of the round over towards the front side of A, tapping away. Spray continue through the smoke. It's Babe who finds one better, but not before Reaper rotates back. Oslo and Babe now in the clutch. Doubly down in terms of manpower. Firepower may be there. Need a lot more than that in this round here. Off pick back up by Babe. Maybe a save in the cards, possibly. But as he heads over back to the long side, he may actually be in for a peek as Severe still sticks around. He's posted on it, waiting for it. He might just get his wish, but not before he turns away with the flash. And Babe is ready for it. He spots both players, though. Communication given over. Reaper still here in a great position. Oslo makes his way through. He's actually going to clear out Reaper. Reaper takes that fight a little bit too far forward, and Oslo, he's going to finally get another Jackro in the clutch. 1v2. Doesn't seem to know where the other player is. Spots him out eventually. Low HP does him some good. AWP peeks him wide, and Babe Nation can't finish out the round in the clutch following the bomb plant. Jackro wins it out. And everything's looking up for Revel in the round to come, as that AWP saved over for Severe is going to mean a whole hell of a lot. The fact that their money has still been kind of drained, though, it's the T side who will still have an exponentially better buy into the 7th. 6th. No, 7th, yeah. Yeah, 7th. I wasn't wrong, I was right. That's a solid copy-paste. That's a solid bind. Well-deserving of a man as esteemed as Jackro. Handsome, talented, athletic, smart. So many words to describe myself, but Jackro's pretty good today, too. through the wall. Reaper with the Zipic spam, a little bit deeper than normal, and he's actually going to do slight chip damage through. It's Aiden. But not a lot of noise being heard towards the front side of A. Severe goes on a scouting mission. Doesn't spot the Opper just yet. Round the bend goes Aiden, though. A great flashbang from a teammate. Not going to find the transfer, but it doesn't matter. They're still in a man advantage, and things are looking solid. But even still, the CT side still have control of the bomb sites. If there is one thing that bodes well for them, the entries don't send them through. Nuke was the pick of Rebel. This is the pick of Michigan State. Need to go over, not going to connect. 40 seconds left. They pull back up to A, and that may be a wrong call. Obviously, no way they could know about it. But here they come right into the crosshair of Nubliss and Reaper side by side. Great work, great damage to find that first. Second player spotted as well. Babe down to 2, but it doesn't matter because Haas is on his teammates' back. Not going to allow anybody to rain on their parade. They find that fourth. Now Kraken, instead of clutching in a 1v4 being so far removed already, instead will take the AK-47 to T-spawn. 2 flashbangs, a kit and armor, and he'll save it. Their loss bonus is now about to hit just 2 rounds after being reset, having won a couple of their own. So now we're back to even keel. I'll be your 5th, Nova. It's okay. I already planned on going. I guess I'll just have to play. Map number 1 was won by Rebel 16-12. Welcome back, Cage. Money in the bin once again for the CTs. Yet another full save is in order to get them even a thing. The gun being carried over by Kraken, though, is going to be a massive saving grace. Should they be able to carry that over into the next round, that'll take a lot of pressure off their shoulders. And if they can find a couple of frags and a couple of guns, that might be even better. Aaron's Fury with the op to the front side of A takes his first. Babe Nation with one of his own. Aiden coming around to chime in as Kraken finally swings out. Not going to be very good for any more than that first. And now Reaper's not very close. Not really able to pick that back up. But he may be able to catch off one more, but it seems like Haas is wise to it. Not quite clearing it out just yet, eventually will. Walks right into the crosshair. Easy does it. Line him up and knock him down. 2 rounds into the lead. Michigan State finally finding their ground in the series in map number 2. Their pick. Sheesh. I could do a cam at some point. I do have... Okay, listen. I have a cam. I just didn't use it because my lighting was terrible, but I got this nice little circadian rhythm light that is beautiful that I can use to illuminate my beautiful pasty face. So maybe next time around we'll do a caster cam. Next season, more than likely, at the very least. At least one can dream. One can hope. Am I? Maybe. I think so. I'm pretty good. FAMAS for Nubliss. It's not going to be the worst thing in the world. It's getting a little bit hot in here. Not gonna lie. My nails aren't painted, unfortunately. Not yet. You can be the one to do it, though, if you want. Who knows? Let's meet up. Not a whole lot of space being made by this T side here, but the same can be said for the CTs. They've gained front bathrooms control, and that's going to be their biggest plus right now. That smoke is going to hurt. Flashbang from Severe. He's maybe going to try and pull back to the site-wise move. Just in time. Now, as we hit crunch time, they start to have to make a little bit of a move from long. They've not yet scaled all the way through with not a whole lot of time left. Smoke towards heaven. He's going to keep 3 players over in B, and Reaper's about to jump through into the site, it looks like, but instead, they make their way up towards A. That's where they really have to be worried about things. Nubliss with his first on the FAMAS needs Severe to save his back. Not going to happen, though. Backside of the truck, not able to find even one. No rotation quick enough. Bomb is going to attempt to be planted. Aaron's Fury almost going a little bit too far forward towards bathrooms. Flashbang ahead. Long player is going to evade it, though. Sends one right on back. Aaron's Fury posted at range. This should be an easy picking for him. First player up to the plate. It's Kraken who actually makes the player miss, and Aaron's Fury misses his second chance. Jack Crow Long deals with his fight. 1 versus 2 from range. It's Oslo. He's got it all to do on top of the bomb, and Reaper's going to close it out. A hat trick to his name, a 4th round, and no kit. That's a shame. They'll survive, and they'll carry 2 guns over into the next, but the round goes Michigan State. 6-3. No kit, no clue. Jack Crow tapping on and off of it. Not able to close that. They were mega broke, Young Bull. They were hyper broke. They were lucky to get the guns they even had, to be completely honest. AK and Op carried over with a couple of pistols, though. Mixed bag buy, but we know what the AWP of Severe can mean for this team. We've seen him win with literally 0 guns and the rest of his teammates before, so we'll not put anything out of the picture this time. Map number 1 was won by Revel, 16-12. Friendo. Smoke to the front side of Bath. Molotov for Divider as well. Standard issue, and the Ops the one to do it all on his own. He's got a player over in Deep Party, but he doesn't really need to call upon him, or Playground rather, and Oslo accidentally dropping over his gun. Now starting to make some noise as they head into the B-bomb site we just won. Just scouting things out. Things are starting to get a little bit interesting. The CTs have gained full water control. They've got 3 players here. A boost from Reaper, and the AWP is at top side A. But they are not in any position to be stopping the onslaught of T's over at B. It's Oslo waiting for Haas to join him from the behind. Nice shots already being laid through. Oslo continues his trudge, though, and he'll find another for his squad to try and make their way in. Kraken spotted and fragged out. The AWP from the heavens above not even able to be activated. But the Deeble from Nublis, it has a chance. It had a chance. Aiden's so very low. 1 shot to the shoulder would have done the trick, but Severe isn't done there. Aiden trying to get out of dodge. Does just that. Drops the smoke as well. Very difficult for Nublis to get his way back in now, but Severe not done and dusted just yet. He's going to get a player fighting him from over the bottom side of CT. He reads that perfectly. So very low on HP. Still is Aiden. AK to be picked up by Noob even still, and that's a great save. A solid money call to be made to bring this over into the next. As we continue to get the ball rolling, Michigan State are going to hit that 7th round mark, and now they've started to get a little bit of a lead, a little bit of a runaway with this T side. Pick of sides being given to Revel, having stuck with the defensive, have not really shown their prowess, much like that of Michigan State in the last. Who actually picked T, but nade to the deep ramp. Evading it, however, is the sniper, as well as the rifler by his side, who's already escaped his wide open jaws. Babe has great long control very quickly. Overpass definitely an Opper's paradise sometimes, so you're not really finding just that vacation spot as of yet. However, if you press a look at the tab, it's 12-5. Aaron's Fury feeling himself over on the attack. Peeking into his opponents, he manages to find himself kills time and time again. It's done them a whole hell of a lot of good here on their campaign in Overpass. Considerably better than how they started off in Nuke at a 10-0 loss on their T side, which they had picked, no less. But Jack Crow may spot the feet of one player over here. It's Haas who's not ready for it, and now they've got to react. Babe is going to try and peek from the left side, but there's Kraken from the right, who he's not ready for entirely. And the op posted up may try and spot out the feet, but it's not going to be. Jack Crow's good for another. They're not ready for it. Even still, the bomb is dropped. at the front side of the Monster Tunnel. The AWP may trade back, but the 30-second mark hits in 30v3, and the bomb site is theirs. Not a whole lot of health for these two. Now his bomb looks to go down on default. The molly goes a little bit deep. It may spread, but it's not going to finish the job. That much is for sure. Flashbang out, and the retake is on. Nublus and Reaper going R ahead, and the AWP is going to have to close out a couple of frags of his own as Nublus is on the entry. He's already cracked open the bomb site on the retake with one. Reaper down, low HP on a Nublus, but still AWP finds a shot either way, and he's in a 1v1 clutch, and he's got it. 4 kills in the round. It's Aaron's Fury to pull it through over the line. Michigan State winning out the half at the very minimum with 4 rounds left in play. Can somebody clip that? I want that. I want that clip, please. For Aaron's Fury, of course. Match paused up, and Rebel not really figuring anything out at this stage now. They've got a buy available to them, no less. Will they be able to put something together tactically, individually, that is worth a rival of Michigan State at this point, because they've begun to bang it. Aaron's Fury is not stopping his role, and I mentioned him in the last round as an Opera's Paradise kind of player, and that is just another example. (16-12). Revel. Jump spotting from the Barrows player up close. He loves to play that tight angle, Kraken. He's going to hear all of this outside of the Monster Tunnel, and that could be dangerous if somebody were to swing wide a lineup. Perhaps not quite, though. Castro's boring. You're boring. You try and not be boring. Why not? Not a whole lot happening, really, in this game all too much, really. It's not a whole lot of control being gained outside of the default for the T side, and the CTs are just unable to win out their individual duels. Nublus, however, doesn't lose out on his. Kraken the same way over at B finds an opener, and now they've got control of short B. The CTs have that well and truly. Now, that holiday bonus is starting to kick in for the T side. Should they feel the sting of a round loss here, their money will not be too battered and bruised. Kraken still at the front side of B, though. They've got to be ready for this couple of players to head their way through. A jump spot from Jackro, Molly on top of the barrels, and Kraken's going for the swing. Flashbang from a teammate. It's great, but his shots aren't really going to connect. Not yet, anyway, but Jackro will be more than happy to end his own teammate's life in order to finish the hat trick. This caster got me falling asleep. Caster got me resident sleeper up in here. Double up setup. We love to see that. Jackro on the big green. Whole hell of a lot of fun to see him when he's got the ball rolling with that one. And he's 13-8 right now, leading the team. Not something you see all too often from the in-game leader, but he's finding his grounding here in overpass. Definitely. That much is for sure. And Severe, now I get to do the same. There's more than enough time to come, but it looks like Aaron's Fury is going to beat him, best him once again in the battle off versus off. It's Nublus, though, with the rifle, who won and comes out on top. Another kill to be found. Reaper down to 15, trying to escape. Sticking around, though. Good damage, no frag. That one kill could have meant the world as Jackro looks to rotate back up and Kraken just behind. They have not committed to the A-bomb site just yet, but all the way up through long, they look to make their way with the bomb. Oh, if Kraken could set up a flashbang for long, that'd be insane, but instead, he falls back down to B, dropping a Molotov to short Molotov to the front side of A as well, but here comes the utility at top side A. The calls have been made back over. Jackro blind on the top of the truck, not ready for Oslo to be that close. 1 versus 4. High chance in hell, but he's still going to go for it. He's still going to try. And he sticks around for the time being. Eventually pulling his way through the heavens. The man is wise, wiser to it. Not going to be able to retrieve the AWP off his teammate's corpse. However, he will be able to at least save the whole hell of a lot of utility he still has. At least I say that, but Haas is not so far away with the op. The zoom may have been heard by Kraken. If he peeks into it, he may be a dead man, excuse me, and it looks like that is going to be the case. A solid flick. 9-4. Maybe map number 3 really isn't that crazy, after all. Why is he being timed out? What the hell, Stream Elements? Oh, because he was posting links. Come on, Fear. Silly goose. They're just trolling. It's okay. We'll see it at some point anyway. Flashbangs ahead. Trying to gain that ground even still. The CTs are fighting over towards long. Close enough are Severe and Nubless, but close enough just the same are Babe and his teammate. Flashbang actually doesn't blind? What? Where did that flashbang go that he wasn't blind? Either way, 3v3 ensues over at long. Not ready for the fight. He's Severe, but not ready for the shots. Or is Oslo. He completely whiffs that. Inside of the site, even still, the AWP makes his way around with just a pistol pulled. He's got a teammate by his side trying to make his way in just the same, but Severe's better for the kill. Tension turned, he'll find all three. Snappy to it, quick to it. It's the rifle that gets him around, and maybe that's the hat trick that gets Severe online. We love to say it, but this may be him coming into his own for the rest of the game. But honestly, wait, I'm so confused. The flashbang that he threw, I'm pretty sure he threw the flashbang and it popped right here. And he was looking right at it. Like, you could see the tracer from the flashbang as it popped right in front of his face. The second one popped in the same spot and blinded him. I just don't understand. I guess I am not that smart, but here it is. Severe, he's got it. The flick is there. On the cross, he's not going to make it live at the very least. Babe, he's going to have to trust his teammates to find a couple of frags, but it's Haas who catches both Jackro and Kraken. No trade. Out through Monster now on such low HP. If he finds another kill, this could be a catastrophe for the CT side. And where is Reaper? He's on the other side of short, deals with one a second as well. A third would be massive, and he's got all four. We switch over to the second half with 6-9, but Reaper is the hero of the last round, the unsung hero, the silent quadra kill at the end of it all. The man makes it look so easy. As if they weren't even clicking back. Just kidding, I'm just kidding. Last few players to ready up, and a great pullback there from Revel at the end of things to make this look competitive. It was a bitter start, 7-3, I believe, even maybe even 7-2 at some stage, but pulling this back to a respectable 9-6 half as they switch things on to the attack. It is going to be difficult, but not impossible. My man, you just linked another link. I think 9 is definitely... 9 should be enough for Michigan to pull us to map number 3. That is the bottom line of where we are right now. That should be enough. But with Reaper and Severe coming online towards the later stages of that game, and Jackro feeling himself individually throughout, maybe there's not room for that Peeker's advantage to make its way shining through. So we won't call anything just yet. Should? Are you biased? Yeah, I am biased to good Counter-Strike. It's a CT-sided map, and they started on their T side and went 9-6 up. I don't want anything. This is very odd. I've never encountered this before. Usually players who watch Counter-Strike watch for the Counter-Strike. That's probably like the best aspect of the game. It's really the only aspect of the game, because that's what it is. I've got money on the line, bro. I don't care. And you know who else doesn't care? Them. So what you should be doing is enjoying the game for what it is, and then betting when it's smart. Bada bing, bada boom. W. But here are Revel on their attack now, trying to make better off of what they had done in the last few. Haas and Aaron's once again with the duels. And there it is. First frag to be found by him. Not afraid to whip those weapons out. Maybe it's fallen into the meta. Noobless almost taking the head off of Babe from the boost. Limping is he, but still in the round. Aaron's Fury not able to pull out his gun in time. Haas on the flank very quickly. Bomb not yet to be planted, but it's in the back of Jack Bro, and he's been caught off. It's Severe in the clutch. 1 versus 3, not going to happen. It's Aiden who finds them 10, and now Rebel have to save over into this, and that's going to be a couple of rounds they really can't afford to give the way of their opponents. But 1 round is no big deal. I think that they would be making a grave mistake in buying anything more than maybe a flash or a P250 onto any players in this round. There's the flash. No P250. Tossed over to Reaper instead. Frag found by the SMG. Aiden chiming in as well from range with the M4. Easy does it for him. 1, 2, and 3. Easy does it, and Reaper last man standing. Not going to be an easy one by any means. Giving Aiden the 4K at the end of it all anyway. He'll be farming up those little ecos, baby. MP5, what in God's name? Jackro willing that weapon in this one. I'm not really sure how that managed to happen. Maybe he just had it equipped for a wrong reason or something. But if he really prefers it, then that's on him, I guess. Reaper through the smoke, though, here's the door open, and his teammates are going to be saved by the fact that he spams through in just the right time. Aaron's Fury put into the dirt, and a flashbang from Haas may make for a couple of frags onto Noobless, who may be tucked in a little too far for them. He'll find one, Oslo with the SMG right on back, though. Great movement from him with the USP pulled. Now he'll find a second. 3 versus 3. He's maybe on 39 HP, but it's done the trick. There it is, Haas. Pretty much cementing in the round as it feels at this stage. A massive individual performance required now. That's a great opener from Severe, but Haas is on an off angle that he seems to be ready for. 1 versus 1. Aiden from the back. The bomb still dropped, and he's got to go get that. Surely he plays it a little bit more cautiously as he grabs that. Aiden's going to hear all of this. Reaper's going to play the time. He's got 40 seconds. He can go low and slow. Coming from the back lines. Even still, Aiden not really paying attention to it either. Both player could be anything at this point. He turns his head on back, and he's ready for it. Great read. Reaper almost making it a worthwhile 1v1 for his squad, but soon enough, perhaps, the team will find their way. Map number 3 being Vertigo is a great pick for Revel as well, should we have to head there. So map number 3's game should be equally as impressive. Maybe a little bit more competitive than either of the 2 maps we've seen thus far. Pistols for Revel, offering up 13 to their adversary. Very classic subscribing to the Revel channel with the Prime, I guess. Revel 1, map number 1, 16 to 12. To a standstill with these pistols now with a flashbang for a peek from Babe Nation. He's going to catch off at least a peek onto one of these players, I have to assume. Severe looking for his teammate's pistol, not really finding it though, and somewhere inside of the water. I should be getting paid for all the subscriptions to the Revel account, bro. I've already had 2. I'd be rolling in that right now. Other side of the smoke. Bullet fire goes back onto both ends. Nobody taking any damage for their trouble, though, but with time beginning to dwindle for VTs without any utility, it's going to have to hope for a peek. Somebody's going to have to send their way forward from the CT side to give them something. Babe Nation trying to finish the job his teammate had begun. A great call to have made. SMG is going to make good off the money, and Aaron's Fury may have a couple ahead of him as well. When Nublus and Reaper manage to creep their way on top of the A-bomb site, they're going to line up for him. Reaper's actually going to finish the job for him, so thankfully, actually, he denies Aaron's Fury an extra $300 or $600 in his pocket. Strategical team kill. Yeah, I can put it in sub-only mode. Hold on. Severe and Aaron's Fury once again in that head-to-head duel with the sniper. Severe having it for the first time in the T side so far, I believe, and see if he can be tested. I think Reaper TK'd once, and then Jackro TK'd once, and then there might have been a third one, but I don't remember who did that one. If at all. Heavy A-lean from Rebel right now as they scour out the map. Khan has already been cleared through. Aaron's Fury and his teammate by shoulder to shoulder, excuse me. So you think get anything done on the front side of A. On the other side of the Molotov smoke over top, Aaron's Fury may have been spotted, but he didn't spot out the other player that much is for sure. But Kraken inching his way forward with an off angle like this, Aaron's Fury may be able to hit the shot on the peak. And there it is, shoulder seen, tagged up, going in for some more. He's not going to miss the second time around either. His teammates are going to do all the heavy lifting on the other ends of the A site as well, and Reaper lamb to the slaughter just the same, 14-6 within 2 of sending us in a more convincing fashion than map number 1 over to Vertigo. So, like I had said, it's a best of 3. Not all hope is lost for all you people who saw 10-0 and were like, oh no, they lost my money. The score of map number 1 was 16-12, and Revel had won. This is the map pick of Michigan State. Map number 3, like I had just said, is Vertigo. Footsteps being heard now from this CT side. Actually, if anybody was there, and T's are all grouped up towards B at this stage. Oh. Map has gone quiet once again. As they get closer and closer to B, they look to make their execute happen. Utility rains through, and the entry point from Nublus, it's short, and over at the other side of Monster Tunnel, Jackro will burn one alive. Kraken by his side. Things are looking really good for Rebel at this stage as Jackro finds one, transfer onto the second, not quite there, but Nublus is there for the trade. Aiden with one of his own AWP close range. Aaron Fury misses his chance. Kraken's not going to give him another opportunity, however. As he swings wide into water, though, he'll find one of his own, low HP onto Aiden in the clutch. This would be one hell of a round to pull out of his hat. Kraken, though, in an off angle of his own, waiting to finish the job. As Aiden gets closer and closer, he'll meet his inevitable demise. Inevitable. Comeback starts now, question mark? Comeback season has just begun? Who knows? They're playing up against the full buy even still, though. Maybe into the next round they'll play against the weaker buy should they win it out. A one-round loss for Michigan State, even still. So they've not yet found themselves in a position where they can continuously buy, that much is for sure. But the T side, starting to get their grounding now. Either team losing out could be a catastrophe for the money moving forward, so it's really anybody's round and could be Rebel's game. Should they swing this one in their favor, they wouldn't really be all that far off, considering the eco round that would follow. Easy does it, bit by bit. Rebels seem to be good now at gaining this map control without any contention. The CTs haven't given them an inch, but they have given them that, and through the smoke, Severe will take him, and Nublus just the same. The A-bomb site defenders have been dusted. What do you do right now if you're the CTs? You surely have to save after you lose a player like Babe in the back just as well on both sides of the map. You're starting to be pinched. But still, they try and retake from either end into the 2 versus 5. I respect the attempt, I guess, so I'll entertain it. That'll entertain you just the same, hopefully, as I go forward. Aiden goes in for a double. It's a 2 versus 3. And now, Reaper's got to pull his way back towards the top of the A site because his teammates are starting to dwindle. One by one, they'll fall. Reaper with the spray onto the first, and through the smoke, he gets a second as well. Great control for him, not even spotting the next. He'll hear the tap and crack and calls it an eighth. And Rebel keep 2 alive. No defusal there. It looked like it could have been around inside of the smoke, but denied our Michigan State. Back on the buy into the next as Rebel looked to hit 9. Jackro once again wielding that MP5. Maybe realizing the economic stature of the team he's up against now heading in for the first entry. We'll see if he can get anything done with it. Spotting up the first one inside of the bathrooms as well. Be a little bit slower on your shots perhaps, and he'll find a kill. But no, it's Haas with a double on the Deeg. Sver and Nublis doing good on their promises to win out this round. AK picked back up off his teammates' corpse in 1 versus 3. It looked like it could have been something off of the double kill from Haas Marks, but the COD players are unable to get anything more done than that. Round meets likely conclusion as Aiden is already towards top site as they entry towards B. He's got to maybe pick up a weapon off the 2 players his teammate had dispatched of a moment ago. That'll do them some good into their next buy. It's really pretty good. Considering an AK is still over here, they didn't toss it out. He gets to get away scot-free. A 9th round for Rebel. A gun for Aiden at the very least. 1 to be pulled over into the next 2 kills found. Maybe even more if they decide to hunt. Probably would advise against that, considering the buy for Michigan State will be up either way. AK save or not. So why throw away the guns that you have that you're going to have a difficult time reinvesting in, is my philosophy about it. Win. 14-9 as it should be. At that point, a round was theirs to lose. Did a really good job of keeping these CTs at bay deep in their bomb sites in these early to mid rounds. Really giving them a lot of respect right now, or Michigan State, as they take their pause. Maybe that's the change of pace that they require. A little bit something faster and more aggressive on some end or another. Maybe a long play reminiscent of what Revel were pulling in the last half. Except perhaps a little bit more successful for their sake. And off they go to the races. Presence towards top side A, not shown by the T side just yet. Instead, it's very short water control, very quick short water control, excuse me, to be taken. Damage done onto Nublis from the boost, though, and the nade's not going to be nearly as successful. The damage has already really been done. Also taking a licking as well. Great nade. Seemed to be on the money, but just a little bit farther off. Now across the map, they pull themselves back. A control no longer their point of contention. They pulled it back to B. It's a back and forth affair for the T side now, as they seem to be dancing between the bomb sites, alternatively between rounds. To B they go. Molotov to be sent towards the barrels. Damage to be done. Nobody there, however, and in they go even still. A boost could be fruitful. What a shot from Nublis! He reads it! Babe Nation is absolutely nether-realmed. Shadow-realmed, even, if you would. And Kraken, he's going to look to try and do the same from a similar angle. Smoke goes deep. Severe's already found one. Nublis on a double swing, though, and the AWP is going to continue to chime in. It's Severe who's done it all by his side, and Reaper through the wall is no worse off for that frag. 14-10, and the money, once again, is not in a position for a full buy from Michigan State, and now Rebel start to make things, excuse me, a little bit, cagey. Being boxed in now, maybe, our Michigan State. Loosening their collars, unbuckling the belts. Getting their gamer on. If the G Fuel hasn't been broken out by now, then I don't know when. Up against just pistols now. Rebel should have no issue dispatching of these players one by one. So, still waiting to send their players at one point of the map. Now in the back lines, Aaron's Fury has the chance to do something about this round. Even still, picks up the AWP. That's his weapon of choice down through Connie heads. And Reaper's on the other end with Nublus by his side. They've got to be very careful about this. If they walk into his peak, this could be the round right here and there. Tagged up onto the first. Second peak is just as successful. Nublus on the other end as well. And thankfully, he's fast on the trigger. Right where he needed to be 4v3. Still favoring the CTs, and Oslo is here, and through the wall, Nublus looks to finish the job, but no armor, and he still can't finish it off. What is going on right now from Revel? This is just absolutely... This is abysmal, this round, to be completely honest. Close up with the Deagle, Molotov towards the water. He can't really go in for another peek. Close up in range, they deal with him at the very least, as the bomb can now finally be planted. If he goes up through the left side, that could be troublesome, but Kraken seems to be holding it for the time being. Chakra right back on the angle. And now things get odd, because too short they had a flashbang into their faces, but wrapping around the other side is Kraken. They're going to be fighting from both points of contention. They take out that first player and heard the gunfire a moment ago. First frag found, and Kraken has a chance to 1v1. Nade on top of the site, it could be money. Just getting past it though, low on HP, down to 13. Kraken needs one bullet, but so does he, and he's going to win out the clutch, a 1 versus 2. It looked like he was a little too wide over at short, and that one of the two players would have finished the job if the other hadn't, but no, it's an 11th for Revel, pulled right under the noses of Michigan State on an anti-eco round that looked like it would have been theirs. I am losing my voice. Oof. There's a shot from Babe Nation on the op toward the front side of the ramp. Looked like he was hopeful about it, and he's trying to get away. He's almost about to get it, and Haas through the smoke, almost just the same. Good kills all the way through from the T side, though. Entries continuing to make their way on out, and Molotovs are flushing players forward and back. Haas waiting for the smoke to fade. Opera in the heavens is not ready for Severe as he takes a little bit of a haphazard peek, not ready for that. And it looks like things are looking up for Revel at this stage. Michigan State still in the clutch, though, close up, 2v2. It's very easy to take down Reaper here with a solid peek, but a flashbang from a teammate could mean everything. Over the top of the wall, instead, Reaper goes, and I thought it was going to be easy should they make their way around the corner, but instead he gets a spray transfer double, closes in the round, and the money is once again bin for Michigan State, 13 on the horizon for Revel. What is happening? I'm just better than you, shitter. Shut up, Nublus. Wait, what was that call again? Sorry, I missed it. Kiss the ring, Podbot. Not reading Jack Rose. Jack Rose is too long. I think I already did that in another cast. Maybe another day. High by Powers proud watching the throw today. Yes, sir. It looks like a triple boost here. Haas to go up. Spots out that first. Oh, no, it almost was the second if he had just gotten a second more on top of the boost, but his teammate from the bottom had just fallen off. But one kill is pretty good, especially now that they can converge on that gun. They've got all their players lined up here. Kraken will find the first, trying to drop a smoke on top of the AK is Aiden, waiting for the spam through. He hears it, finds it, grabs the AK, and actually doesn't grab the AK. Instead, he heads his way through and grabs another AK, too. Let's be picked back up. These anti-eco rounds are a massive issue right now for Revel. It seems they just don't have their bases covered. Consistently being caught out. At least there, that was a good example of just that. Maybe not that first frag, but here's the boost found by Severe this time around. His sensitivity is so high, it's not hard to see why he can hit a shot as quick as that. And now the fact that they have the bomb site should mean the end of days as Aaron's Fury goes in for a peek. A player without his gun out. What? Oh, I'm sorry. I know I'm a caster and I'm not supposed to get tilted. I'm just so confused, man. I'm just so confused. Why is Severe planting the bomb? I believe it was Severe. And then jumping right into the back of the bomb, say, completely exposed to short. Half exposed to heaven. Almost completely exposed to graffiti. With his knife out, man. Anyway, 15 to 12. Almost a reverse score from the last if they can close it out here in Michigan State. Maybe overpass on, or Vertigo rather, on the horizon. Up in the hands of Severe. Once again, they're buy allowed for it. They can try and break the CT side here and now for money, but they've got 3 rounds of loss. That's soon to hit 5 again. So this is really just going to be a win-win-win for them if they want to pull their way through. So idiot, bro. Welcome, Extraneous. Welcome again. Reaper with the opener. You love to see that. Nubis with one of his own. A transfer again. He's been transferring all game long in the first series, first map rather as well. Nuki doesn't stop here. Babe Nation, though, is going to punish him finally for his aggression. And he'll punish Kraken just as well. Great movement for him. Back and forth. Ask Caster if you want. Yeah. 16-12 on Nuke. Yeah. 2 kills from him in the round. Looking for even a third. You can't let this man continue to find kills like this. From heaven, he's got support from the Opper, and Babe catches the bomb planter, but it's a 1 versus 1. The ace denied. And the game on the shoulders right now of Reaper. Map number 2, anyway. Revel 1, 16 to 12 on map number 1. Revel. Aaron's is playing it very patiently. The bomb can be planted, and he will have no aggression put upon him. The only issue is that as soon as he taps onto it, Aaron's is going to make his way around the bend. And there it is. It's easy to be pulled. He fakes the sprint. Reaper is not scared, though. My man has nerves of steel. He holds for the peak, and he's going to win it out. That's great from him. He loses right there if he pulls off that bomb plant, realistically. Reaper has ice in his veins. Tatted up from head to toe. 15 to 13 to OT. Revel look to go. We'll see if they can manage it. AWP into the hands of Aaron's Fury and Severe both once again. Utility across the board. The CT side now have a little bit to worry about as most of their players begin to reach the $0 mark. The only player who's not near that is Haas at 1.85k. Not really a whole hell of a lot to work with here, though. Now we'll see if Reaper can be the opening man once again like he had in the last as Aaron takes a brunt of the damage towards long down to 43, pulls away towards the site, maybe holding for a new peak, and that would be the best port of action. He's called over his teammate to support him, now regrouping over towards bathroom. They'll go, and Reaper on the other end. Oh, I thought that was for him, but Severe, he'll be the first one to fall. Sniper duel, he's done it again. It's got to be a little disheartening right now if you're Severe. Man, disadvantage in the hands of the team who really needed it more than any other. Jackro, oh my gosh. GoTV went to him, and that guy was jump spotting. I genuinely thought that they were just going to show me Jackro like one-tapping him through the smoke. Jackro could pick up the AWP if he so pleased. He's definitely formidable with the weapon. But seeing as they're a man down, maybe not the best call unless they get a quick pick here and now. They've got 2 players to deal with inside of the site, but Aiden's pulled back towards Dumpster, and now he's got his offer over towards the front side of Bank. From his side, Aiden goes in for a peek, dancing around the side of the site. He'll find a second as well. Not quite the third, though. AWP not able to chime in just yet on the other side of the Dumpster. Okay, go TV. Go to a player. That's like fragging. There it is. Aaron's Fury finds one more. The final nail into the coffin is Kraken. It seems like we will be heading to map number 3 after all, ladies and gentlemen. Map number 3 will be Vertigo, and we will be right back with that in just a moment. Michigan State do take over past 16 to 13 as we switch things over. This is anybody's series at this stage. We'll see how it goes, and soon we'll find ourselves with the victor. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back with that map in just a moment. Behave.
take it slow. Reaching for the stars. I wonder where you are. Waste another day, eyes on my display. You say we need a change, and I feel that you mean it. You mean it. But you're so right, we're losing track of time. Buying things online, and it's not like we need them. We don't need them. So can we just slow down? The only thing I'll do is lay here next to you. We need to slow down. Embrace the love we found. For you and I are safe and sound. And we just slow down. For you and I are safe and sound. We were on the run, rocking around the clock. Now all we need is right here in front of us. In front of us. So can we just slow down? The only thing I'll do is lay here next to you. We need to slow down. Embrace the love we found. For you and I are safe and
sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 Safe and when I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind went backwards just for a minute, I'd follow you before the memory's gone. I remember you. You lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind worked backwards just for a minute, I follow you before the memory's gone. I remember you. You left my spirit with you high as
Okie doke. Last map of the night, Vertigo. Here as we see 1-1, both teams struggling a little bit on each other's map picks, but at the end of the day, we find ourselves here on map number 3 regardless. T-side for Michigan State. Revel on the CT having won the knife round. We missed it. I was kind of silly and goofed and didn't realize that it was a real knife round, but it's okay because here we are now. It doesn't matter any longer. We've got 2 towards the B-bomb site for the CT side. Kraken and Reaper up for the defense. They're going to be pulling away a little bit slowly there, but as they hear the footsteps of these players at the bottom of the stairs, they now get their move on. Doolies for Haas, PT50 for Aaron, and I think that honestly this is the one map I would never use Doolies on T-side. I would literally never use dualies on a T-side pistol. So let this guy get an ace and then make me look like an absolute moron because I am not with it. It's the one map I think that I'm not feeling that. Oh, what a shot from Severe at the bottom of the ramp. Babe Nation barely even realizes what it hit him. I don't even think Severe knows what he's doing at this point. Great opening, great start to the game for him. You love to see some of that. Haas holding for mid-aggression now finally gets to activate. And if he flies around through heaven and finds a kill into the back, which he always seems to do with these dualies, these stupid, dumb dualies, that could be great. Reaper, though, great with one tap in a second as well. Maybe even looking for the third. It's gotten a little bit sloppy towards the end, but it doesn't matter when you find all the kills like that. Haas, he's gotten a timing. There's one. Close up at range. There's 2. He's running them down. It's a 2v2, and he continues to make his way closer and closer, and he's gotten 3. Not quite 4. But there are the dualies. They've done it. They've made me look a fool. No HP onto the player at the front of default, but a gush isn't going to pan out for him very nicely. And Austin closes out the 1v1 with style. Headshot to do it. Those dumb dualies. I am just a big, stupid idiot, I guess. That is crazy. Revel not off to the hottest of starts. Severe finds that opener, and Reaper doubles down. It's a 5v3. 5v2, I'm sorry. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. An issue to say the least, but Reaper with an SMG he had forced up on the front side of mid goes for double down, and he actually picks up the glue as well. AK not so far away. He can pull that over to his teammates, but open up at the B-bomb site has Aaron. The round isn't over just yet, but Severe with a flashbang sets up the man himself. Not going to go forward off of it. Are they going to save or play for a different retake? Reaper's saving this. He's playing from a deeper angle, a much deeper angle, as a matter of fact. Legs to be seen, nothing to be found just yet. They say a little flash and a smoke for this retake. This is entirely doable. Nublis up first. There it goes. Jackro just behind. The flashbang goes through, and so do they. Close to the site. Aaron with the SMG even still is probably going to be good for at least one here. Nublis on the other end. He'll be dealt with. Transfer not so good, though. Aiden for a second. 2 versus 2 ensues. Low HP on a Reaper even still on the other end of the smoke, and Severe's going to have to try and make his way so very far forwards with no kit and no clue. What more can you do? Aiden closes out the first. Severe in the clutch. Not a whole lot of time left for that to fuse. Aiden finds the hat trick at the end of it all. A second round that might have gone haywire, but they pick up the AKs. They pick up the round, even more importantly, and the CT side have no buy. Side of mid, once again, it's the SMG to time in first. It's Babe Nation this time, though. Aaron over at B is usually good for those openers just the same. Against just pistols, it's very easy. Easy does it, 3v5. They're already being cut off on the rotation by Babe Nation, but stunner from Severe. P250, he'll tag up another. Headshot is good. USP can't finish it under the 1 HP of Aaron's Fury, though, who finds a 4K. farming up the frags time and time again. Five AKs. 4 M4s and an op. Quite the loadout for the CT side now after having been put down so very far by Michigan State. This time around, though, they have the opportunity, the tools required. Three players over top side A. Utility still in their hands, but Severe goes in for a wide peek instead, and he'll lose. Thank gosh that Nublis is there. He takes a lot of damage for his trouble. AWP picked right back. Peeled into the site. There's Aaron's Fury with the chime in. He's gotten a double lineup. Both players done for. Reaper and Kraken are in no position to be pulling themselves into this round as far as they are now. And man, it's just really an unfortunate turn of events for them as Bomb goes back to B. Both players are close enough for this, so we'll see if they can get it done. Molotov to the steps with 41 seconds left. They may as well just go back to A at this point. They're going to do just that, I believe. The utility continues to make its way through, though, and they're not going to commit. Haas sticks around. He's on the full HP. Kraken doesn't quite spot him just yet, but eventually he will, and he meets his demise. Reaper amidst all the chaos. I don't think Rebel have a strong vertigo, unfortunately. I mean, I would disagree just based on what I've seen, but who knows? It's usually when they have players like Severe coming online right off rip, but that's usually not the case. He usually needs to find his grounding. As a stable opper, as an inconsistent opper to find stability, he usually requires those early couple of swing rounds, but seeing as that is not going to be the case. Into mid, Reaper on his old shenanigans. Babe Nation holding on the other end, though. Player at the ladder, should he call on him, though? Probably won't need it. Hasn't so far in the game. Five, 7 going back and forth, trying to spot anything towards the bottom of B. Not to be. It's all towards mid with the bomb dropped, and Oslo finds the opener towards A, and that'll probably influence their lean even further. There's only one other player there. Time goes low. They lose all their frags across the map, and the Pistols don't really have much of a hope. Why is GoTV not watching the players who are killing people? Reaper with the AK does find one, trying to make his way to the bomb site even still haphazardly is Oslo. My friend, be careful. A triple from Reaper. And Jacro's only got a pistol. Wrapping around the back. And now Reaper has to finish the ace, perhaps. It's in the back, then Haas finds his. Reaper with the fourth. He's got to finish the ace now to do it all, and he's got an angle for it. 7 bullets left in the clip, and he's got it. The round is his, all 5. He's come to life right when he needed it most. 1 round on the board finally, and it's momentum-based for Reaper now as he finds himself at double digits as they find their first round. Under the noses of Michigan State. That is a Reaper moment. That is a certified Revel Reaper moment. Kraken not having the greatest of starts to this game so far. Jacker playing at the sandbags. Tower defense, yeah. On a swivel, he's a turret. And they're gonna hear a couple of footsteps at the bottom of A now, and that might give it away as Nublis is now holding onto it, has Jackro at the side. You gotta be ready for it. In they go, not clearing the sandbags, keeping in mind. Jackro has full reign to find a couple of kills here, as it's actually Nublis who gets his first. Jackro waiting to activate, finds one in the back, a second as well. The transfer is bad. And Severe is going on top of the site in a 3 versus 3. Good thing the Reaper is around. He might be on for another clutch, a 1v2 at this stage as he drops Aiden almost instantly. It's Haas over at the side who's got a good angle on it though, and Reaper again! A triple in this one. The man's unstoppable at this point. He finds them back-to-back rounds. And they're going to start stepping it up. Somebody has to start playing to the level of Reaper right now, because this is abysmal on map number 3 from Revel right now, and they'd tell me that themselves. Here and now, if Reaper doesn't have somebody come to life, then this would be a painful map number 3 to lose out on. Playing in towards mid, his port of call, there's a smoke that allows for him to spot the legs of any player who crosses around, and he may get that. Aiden waiting for the smoke to fade, playing on the other side of it. Front presence at the front side of A, though Nublis on the other side of the yellow tarp, though, dances back and forth between it, and he finds the head of Aiden through. 10 chicken nuggets. Ooh, baby. You're getting me hungry. I haven't been able to eat for 3 hours now, man. Oh, great spot from Reaper. He's gotten an off angle once again that he tears the head off of Bait Nation. A boost from Haas, and it's a fail. This guy's on fire. He's unstoppable. He's a train. If Reaper is moving at 60 miles an hour east, how fast does everyone on Michigan State die? It's a question that only he can answer at this point, because as it stands, it's pretty quick. Fastened to B they go now with their flashbangs in a 5 versus 3, but Reaper is still around, and that's the man that you have to worry about. Deep on the other side is Severe, missing his first chance. Kraken on the other end as well. We'll have Reaper die through the smoke for the virtue of a frag, but blinded up. They still lose these fights back to back, and having an AWP and MP9 and a low HP rifle right now could actually mean the end of days in this round for Rebel if they're not careful. Haas spotting the head of Severe, who misses yet another chance. Gets up with close personal. He'll find the first, the second as well, and the third in a spray from Haas as they line up from left to right. Oh, man. I'm getting tilted just watching this. Boys, 2-5. Reaper is 14 and 14. Back onto pistols they go, and their next buy round is going to literally call what happens for the rest of the game on their CT side of Vertigo. P250 in mid, and who else but Reaper at this point to find the opener? As soon as he falls, his teammate could be good to pick up the gun, but not quite yet. Flashbang in the hands of Nublis, maybe to make a play somewhere else in the near future. They go onwards and inwards. It's Aiden with the first. The SMG is good for it. Not spotting the player in the back of the bomb site, but he's got a teammate who's good for that, and he can quickly turn his attention back to the front side of CT to deal with Jackro and Severe with only a Tech 9 on the other end of the smoke. One redeployed even. My friend, it is going to be a difficult road back into it. Tech 9 spots one over the top of the smoke. Doesn't matter. Oslo is good for the double. He catches him as soon as he gets the tracer fire on his way. last chance saloon for the money of Rebel and the half for the CT side should they lose this round, really. In terms of winning it out, in at least 8 rounds for Michigan would be Michigan State, excuse me, would be near cemented with the money they have in their pockets right now, nearing literally what is it, $250 across the entirety of Rebel right now. Hopefully you don't see a severe mistake. Hopefully not. And right then and there he comes and shows us that he's maybe come to play. This could be his turnaround round as they find themselves in a 5v3. It wasn't really working out for them last time they had that. And they have to be ready for Babe Nation. Checking out mid. Nothing there. Flashbang high. Nobody's going to be caught by it. Kraken sticking around. He should have ownership of the B-bomb site for the time being, looking for anything that he can. He's being burnt out of position. He'll drop a smoke on top of his own body, but they have to be aware of that, and the umpire actually is not. It's Aaron who's maybe caught off guard by it, and Haas has to try and make good off of what he's lost, but there it is. Right back in the swing of things, they find themselves in 5 players staying alive mode. Mixed bag of pistols and AKs from Michigan State may give Rebel the opening they've been looking for, the window of opportunity. Now open up to them. Caster, are you? Why not? No. Reaper inside mid, though. He'll have a field day once again. It looked like he may have been able to close out a couple more kills there if he was a little bit more patient with it, but it's okay. It's all good. Crack closes that one on B, burns to a crisp. 1 versus 3, and Aiden is all that remains. Sphere with the op. He's already posted on the angle. Should he cross around? It shouldn't be too hard of a shot for him to connect, but instead Severe gets a little bit anxious and goes in for himself. Takes a lot of health for his trouble, though, but still in this is Aiden for a moment at the very least. Damage done on Anubis, no frag. He'll swing wide, and a very easy win there. Someone named Why Not join a retake and rage quit after saying expletives? Could have very well have been me. Who knows? I do know I am very well known to get mad. Nublis, he's got a couple of players up ahead of him. He'll find 2. Maybe a 3rd on the horizon, but Reaper finds one of him's own, and Jackro chimes in. There's a double. No, it absolutely was me, Extraneous. And there is no props to be had. It's my alter ego. It's my retake ego. This is my retake ego, and this is my casting ego. Here they go towards the front side of A. 5 AKs. No ult this time around. Severe has started to chime in. He started to come online a little bit here. At least good for 1 kill in every one of these rounds in recent history. Peering over the top of the smoke. Bomb drop towards the bottom side of their spawn even still, though. Not really committing to anything just yet. It's obviously for the best. Another deep smoke, but Severe sees over the top. He peers into another peek, and Aiden may look to take that same peek in just a moment, but his teammate, they push him off of that. Heading towards B. The call has been made. Kraken once again the anchor, holding on his own. Smoke ahead. Nobody's going to be able to see ahead of that other than Babe himself. Ooh, but a spam goes through the wood. Kraken eventually spotting the shoulder after he goes down, but I'm not sure Babe realizes where he went. He'll go to the back of the bomb site, find that frag, a trade back from Nublis, who burns. And although all 3 of these players are very low, it's not a done round. Molotov on top of default could mean something, though. Jackro in the back. Finds all 3, and GoTV likes to watch Oppers. Bias, perhaps? 6-6. And now Revel making this competitive as they tie things up all. I'm a big retake rager. I've got this really bad thing in my brain where if I see players doing bad things, I get mad. Which is probably not a really good thing to mesh with retakes. Because players are constantly doing bad things. So that's why I try and steer clear as much as I can. Unless I'm with friends, of course. And then League, I never get mad at all. It's weird. In League games, I'm the most calm, but that's probably because I trust my teammates, question mark? The worst players can be found in retakes. That much is factual, like myself. And here we head into the site. GoTV is an opera, that's facts. Noobless, he'll be the first port of defense as he tries to spam through the smoke there. The Tech-9s will be able to force their way into the bomb site using their smokes and flashbangs for a bomb plant at the very least. That's one of the downsides to this map that I don't really like all too much, is how easy it is to get forward A control if the CT's back up. They get a plant virtually for free unless infinite HEs and Molotovs are held. But even still, at the end of the day, the bomb may tick time away. And it's so unreal. They've got to look out below. Because these T's may have just found their window. And Noobless, he's trying so hard, but he didn't even know that he wasted it all, because I'm watching them fall, and the defuse may be coming through, but are they going to get him off? It doesn't seem like it. He pulls off himself. He's actually still stuck in. Aiden's going to try and find all the frags required, but he can't. That was a surprisingly well-fit rap. That was, like, that song quite literally fit exactly into everything that was happening in that round. So I'm kind of glad that I flew with it. It could have fallen apart very quickly. It all fall apart, and what it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time that Michigan State had tried so hard in that eco round, and they had come so far, but in the end, it didn't even matter. Aiden, he's going to take that pick right out of the sky. It's Severe who flies up in the heavens. With the Angels above Lincoln Park State. A little bit dangerous there from Severe to take that, but you can very, very clearly see he's feeling himself now to take such a peek. There's a player wrapping around through their spawn right now. It's Reaper. Oh my lord, please, drop a molly, drop something. He doesn't have any utility. It's gonna have to be all timing on all Reaper. All 5 with their backs turned. Please. Oh my gosh, Reaper, this could be it. The clutch, the clip, 1, 2, a third. He's gonna find it. The round is his. The hero once again shines through, finding the timing through mid. He claps 3 players, Aaron's Fury and Oslo, with it all to do. The timing couldn't have been better for our boy as he nears 25 kills. What? It's not even half. He's about to drop 30. How have I missed this? This is absolutely absurd. This is a game to remember for honestly, ESCA made history probably. This is absolutely phenomenal. Map number 3 of all times for him to come to life. Aaron's Fury and Oslo, though, are going to have to come to life here and now as they spot out that first player. Kraken left for the trade. He's good for it. 1 versus 1 with no utility and not a great angle. Half blind. Oslo can't win the fight. Kraken finds a double, and they find their 8th, winning out the half in an unlikely recovery. Look at that. Dude, are you serious? He is 5 kills away from dropping 30 in the half. Okay. I'll do belly button cam if Reaper drops 30 in this half. And you know what that requires him doing right now, so. Hold me to it. Yeah, that's how confident I am that that can't possibly happen. They're going to be. Phew. No belly button cam today, boys. Nor any day. Kraken on his usual shenanigans, jiggling the deep stairs at B. Not going to spot anything out just yet. Babe gets his opportunity to get up towards the top of the wood, and now Kraken, not realizing that much, is going to have to wait for the flashbang to come through until he's blind to realize that it's coming his way. Misses his shots, misses his fight. And there's Severe. Quick shot under the shoulder of Babe Nation, barely even spotting him. Molly onto default as well. Very quick thinking from Severe. You love to see this. Forward ahead of the smoke. He pulls back. It was wise for a second. It looked like he might have had a play, but that's when you need to realize when to pull back and when not to, and he does just that. Gets the frag required, and inwards they go, and Reaper the man with the plan. He's already found that first. Second as well. Oslo, the last one remaining. He's going to try and figure that last player out, but still sticking the bomb. It's Oslo who wins the 1v3. What? What is happening? This is just bonkers. I'm actually in disbelief at this map. I genuinely just don't know how to cast some of the things that are happening right now. Like, what? This is an outlier of all Counter-Strike games that I've ever had to cast. This map. I've literally never seen such an individual effort, such a feat. 30 kills nigh. I think he's at 27 right now, and he's 1 round ahead. He has 27 kills in 15 rounds. That is nearly 2 kills for every single round in the half, and he is up by 1 round. I don't even know really how much crazier it gets than that. This guy is on track to hit 40 in map number 3 to drag them across the line. Oh, he said, well, that's funny. You say it exactly as I do. Sir Stanley, are we connected at the brain, bro? Are you and I somehow just interlocked? Star-crossed lovers, perhaps? Dualies for Babe Nation this time. Haas for the first time not using that. Something we don't often see. Close to the front side of mid are all 5, though, and here comes the flash. It's them to be sending Severe ahead. He dodges it around, flying towards the B-bomb site, barely even noticing the players in towards mid, and Severe on a somewhat of a hip fire catches that player off, and he'll go doubly down, so picking up the USP, maybe more to be had, a third, maybe the 4th even as he reloads, but he's got Reaper, the man with the plan himself. Severe looking to finish out 4. He'll not do it as Nubla steals it away, you jerk, but it's okay. It's all cool. 7-9. Rebel continue their lead. They stretch it even farther forward now. 1 ahead. Turn to 2. Scout, double D, 5-7, and a dual Beretta set. It's not exactly the King's Crowd, but like, hey, that's a nice nade from Kraken that I'm going to use a little bit more often. I didn't know that it would fly up like that as soon as it hit off the wall. I didn't know the trajectory worked as such, but clearly he did. It pays off. Quick look at the scoreboard while we have a sec. Now, as the bomb looks to be picked back up, Revel have already lost a lot of HP on a Jackro, but they've gained a lot of map control towards the front side of A. And like I was saying before, the issue with this A bomb site, in my opinion, is that in a round like this, the odds of a CT side getting back into the bomb site once all these smokes and flashbangs have been deployed up against lesser weaponry is literally close to impossible. In my mind, the most impossible retake to make happen without weaponry and utility on the CT side. Bomb looks to go down, dink through the smoke. Nublis looks to put that sweet, sweet code right on down. And there it is. Severe with the SMG is going to try and farm up some cash for that AWP to come in the rounds soon enough. Finds a second as well, maybe even the third as he just dances back and forth. Another reload to come through trying to get that as well. But Oslo and Aiden have already peeled away. Like a banana, they split, and I guess like a banana, they will split in more ways than one, as Severe cuts another in 2. Aiden close up with the scout. Not a whole lot of hope left unless there's a crazy no-scope to be had, but Reaper inches his way 1 kill closer to that 30 bomb in the upper bracket round 4 of ESCA main playoffs. Or should I say the ESCA upper bracket semifinal, I believe? I could be wrong. Is that how this is? Is that how this works? I think so. Revel now on a better buy again. The force buy does not pay out for Michigan State. An 11th round, not so far out of their reach at this point. Their arms just have to kind of pull out and get it. Flashbang to go ahead from the T side is going to be met with a flashbang from the CTs just as well. Now they're going to have to pull away because they're continuing to barrel their way through. But Reaper instead takes a peek forward, trying to find that 30 bomb. One more kill will do it. And Jackro's taking them all. Thanks, Jackro. AK, though, I'll take that. No gun ammo. Oh, he's trolling. It's okay. The 30 bomb has been secured. Round number 18 is the one and only to find it. I'm not quite sure. A lot of betting going on right now, supposedly, man. Why does Jackro not give Reaper the AK? Most of the time how that works is that Reaper was probably confident enough in his own ability and the Galil that Jackro probably would have benefited off the AK just that little bit more to where it would balance out. That's probably the thought process behind that. But now you can see that Jackro has that SMG, and he's going to be leading the charge into the bomb site. You can see where his priorities lie on buys like this. Easily enough. And now they send their mollies ahead, and the CTs are getting a little bit antsy now, being forced way farther back than maybe they were anticipating, as there's only 2 players left standing here, one towards the side of the site. He's going to be fully blinded inside of the smoke. Aiden can't do a thing about it, and Jackro deals with him. Bomb to be planted is Severe to do it. Easy for the post plant now if they can just get into good positions, and here it is. Once again, the CTs find themselves in a little bit of a predicament. They've got 2 smokes, a Molotov, a flashbang, and a nade. A lot of utility to make this work, though. Quick peek under the bottom of the ramp, though, and one of their smokes, their flashbang, and their nade have been called off by Reaper thanks to the damage done by Crack and information given over. 5v3, bomb site has already been smoked off almost entirely. Molotov keeping them that much farther back, and that seems to be the 12th for Revel. Aaron's Fury is going to get a couple swinging in wide. He'll find one frag. Not so far away, though, is Haas if they continue to push their way forward. Another kill their way as well. And now Oslo here's a couple. He wants to find some as well. I mean, why not at this point? Couldn't hurt 12 for Revel. Okay, thanks. See ya. Quick frag. Quick tag and bag. GoTV did not like to catch that kill. Sorry, Haas. He'll find the opener on the op, but that might put a little bit of a spanner in the works for the boys of Revel. A pause. Smoked at the front steps of B, though, with only a UMP. Aaron's Fury only has a single flash left to his name, but he does have a teammate a little farther on back. Babe sending some shots out, but Nublis is so quick to the flick. Aaron done for almost instantaneously, and now they're going to continue to barrel their way in towards the site. That one frag was all it took to get the game on, and yet another. It's Jackro to do it. Haas with the op may catch off Nublis in the back of the bomb site if he's not careful, as he is dancing with death, really. Haas is not spotting anything out. Very nearly, though. I don't think Nublis is going to give him it, though. He has no real reason. Severe holding his side. Nublis looking like he may now look to get something done with it. Just crouching, looking into the wall. But no, not being given anything. The CT side now makes their way through. M4 looks to trade on to Jackro. 1 for 1. Severe chimes into the side hall, though. It's the M4 who goes better for it, though. It gets a little bit dicey there in the 2 versus 1 clutch, but Severe makes it look a little bit less dangerous than maybe it could have been. Perhaps, mayhaps. CZ for Aaron's Fury and dirt utility right now for the CT side. They're going to have to find frags and only frags. There's a span through the wall and another team kill, but Nublis wants to follow up on the team kill. Questionable, but that's okay. That was just a double misplay there. It was hand for hand. Eye for an eye, if you would. And you know what they say about that? It hurts. But also we all go blind. CZ of all weapons finds Reaper in the left side of mid down to 12 HP. M4 retrieved. On towards the back of the bomb site. They still have to deal with this one player here, but there's a rotation coming through just now. Aaron's Fury isolated by a smoke with only 12 HP, though. Could be a painful fight to take. Babe Nation not going to close out on his first duel, and that could be a painful one, though. Haas on low HP now as he finds one over the top of the smoke just as well. Severe is going to try for the bomb plant, but Jackro should have him covered. This shouldn't be that hard of a hold. They're not going to be going through the smoke. Great shot from Severe. Trade back from Oslo. Head spotted. Onto the back of Jackro now. 1 versus 2 clutch. He's got that first. Headshot found. Low HP. 1 bullet will do the trick for either player. So very low. This is a high intensity round, and Jackro's got to win it out. The in-game leader trying to pull them to 14 in an all-important round for the money as well. For the CT side, he can break them. Finds the right timing, jiggles to the left, and he's ready for Aaron's Fury. If the team kill hadn't come through, he would have had one more player to deal with, perhaps, but 14-7, he finds them a massive money-breaking buy, because they're going to have to either force up entirely or full save nearly. And they're going to choose the former. Yeah, dude, there's so many worse players. Like, why not? And, AWP, at least for Aaron's Fury. That's something to write home about for them. They've got the M4 for Oslo as well, but the utility is starting to look a little bit low. Haas close with a FAMAS, so many flashbangs ahead. He catches one with his back turn, 2 with their back turn. They're shooting at nothing. What in God's name is that? He farms and retakes. Let's go play some retakes after this, bro. Me and you. 3 versus 4. They're still trying to make their way in, and with the boost, they find good damage as well as a frag. No kill back, and now a 4 versus 2. A fast play from the T-side, not really going to pan out for them in the end of it all. It's a 1 versus 3, a 2 versus 3, my bad. I got a little bit tunnel vision myself, and so did Oslo as he loses his life. 4 HP on 8, and his teammates nowhere nearby. Reaper spotted. And bomb dropped to be planted. Severe can put that in with ease, and Reaper's gonna hold down. And he's going to finish the frag as well. It could be here and now, and Reaper's the one to do it, down to 15. We find it map, match, and series point. Oh, my back. Sorry, was that out loud? Once again, fast towards A. They just want to close it out here now. They have no fear. They're just rushing it up. And Reaper is the one that the GoTV is spotting, so surely he finds a frag or 2 here. He'll find his one. Jackro just the same. The A-bomb site has already faltered. It's Haas who's got to do it all. Flashbang high. Nobody even to claim it. Not blind in the slightest. There it is at the side hall. 2 SMGs left in the retake. 4 versus 2. This is the most painful close for the CT side, unfortunately, for them. Inside of the Molotov, Aaron's Fury is going to try and deny the bomb plant. Not to be. 16 rounds to 7 of Michigan State. And that will be the game. Ladies and gentlemen, Revel are victorious. We do close it out at the end of the day, 2-1 on map number 3, Vertigo, no less. And we will have Severe, no less, for the interview. So stick around for that, and we'll have him in just a sec. If I could just find his silly old name. Now we wait. And now we wait. Severe's probably having that little bit of a celebratory moment as per usual with the squad. That much is to be expected, of course. Now we just kind of hang on. Call me Tony right now. I'm literally calling you, man. Open your ears. Open your eyes. Open your Discord. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. Hello?
Hello? Sorry.
There he is, bro. There he is, Severe.
Oh, man.
Severe, you're usually the player that I'm talking about the most in these games, but tonight I'm happy to say that you're not. You weren't the player that I was speaking the most about. For the first time in quite some time, you weren't. Tonight was Reaper's night. 152 ADR on map 3. 31 kills, 11 deaths, and 2-0 win for you guys here.
Go. Dude,
Yeah.
he's fucking like prime get right now. Holy fuck.
I don't understand it, to be completely honest, but you probably do. So let's hear the breakdown.
I just want to get ahead of the media storm, you know what I'm saying?
Right, of course.
I just want to say, I went to vacation on Florida. We haven't practiced in 10 days. I got 17 hours in the past 2 weeks, okay? So, one, before the, what is her name? Michigan
State?
MSU, yeah.
Jeez.
Before they start talking shit like, oh, you guys don't even practice, you don't take it seriously, us, pound for pound, are way fucking better players than you guys will ever be, is all I'm going to say.
Damn, you didn't even wait for the media. You didn't even wait for the media to even try.
Dude, Reaper literally just fucking raped them, dude. And they're
Okay, alright, okay.
Sorry, can I not say that?
No, I don't think so.
They're talking shit the whole game and trying to use their own binds against us, is all I'm saying. Ugh, dude, that feels great. I mean, and to all the haters as well. I mean, what? We beat the 5th seed, beat the 6th seed, beat the 2nd seed, beat the 1st seed. Like, come on.
All
Who
the
else do you gotta beat?
Russians, all the Russian
Did you
haters.
see the stream, Tony? It's like
I
500
did
viewers.
I
What the
see
heck?
it? Of course I saw. It was like 600 at its peak. That was crazy. I didn't even understand until I saw it was Russian, but now it all makes sense. And I mean, you didn't even have a bad series. Like I said, I didn't speak about you much, but it's not to say you had a bad series by any means. Nuke was a really good map for you. You were playing to your strengths. You're playing very well. Maybe map number 2 wasn't the fastest start, but
I
Aaron
agree.
was having a great map. It's all things
Yeah.
considered, he had a great map. And then come map number 3, he still was having a really good map, but you still managed to show up on that CT side. You pulled through at the end of the day when it mattered most. And honestly, this is probably as close as it gets to his hype as that last matchup to qualify for advanced. So that means a lot.
Shit was nice.
Also, I was wrong. Reaper had 156 ADR at the end with 34 kills and 11 deaths.
Dude,
So
on CT he had like 25 kills. It's like, okay, go for 50, sure.
yeah. So this guy had a career high, and that was a pretty good time to have it too.
Yeah, listen, honestly, respect to Aiden and Aaron, because they're actually good players. But to the other three, and you guys know who you are, you guys are the worst two players on the server.
You say
and that's
you
why we
guys know
won.
who you are, like there are more than three three
Yeah,
players on the team
like,
too.
everyone just fucking, dude. Honestly, Tony, like, I was about to go on vacation and we were watching them play against like Nocturnal Predators. I forget the name,
hmm
but like we were just like, dude. One, they don't care, and two, they're not good enough not to care. You know what I'm saying? They're acting like they're hot shit, like they can just fucking out aim everybody. They're like barely, they almost lost to the other team.
Yeah, I was gonna
It was
say
a
it was
2-0, but it was like,
1917, 16, 14.
yeah, bro. All I'm saying is, if you're gonna come at us with that attitude, you're gonna get fucking stomped. Let me not, say the other word.
That's another classic severe interview, really, for everybody. I feel like that's every time it just sums up how you feel about these other
Let's
teams that
fucking
you're playing
go.
against. So keep that hype, keep that energy. Not done yet. You guys have more games to be played, so be ready,
Tony,
man.
if we were at a land, we'd be headbutting right now. Is all I'm saying.
Bro,
Let's
I,
fucking
I could go
go.
for a fat head, but I'll drive, bro. I'll make it there real quick.
Dude, I just need to fucking
Going to
flex on these
Chicago?
motherfuckers. And we are.
Ooh, maybe
You
we'll
wanna come
headbutt in
by?
Chicago. Yeah, I think maybe.
Flex on all the motherfuckers. Let's go.
All right, have a good night, Severe. Thank you for
Thanks,
joining
Tony.
me. Well, as always, guys, thank you for having me. I had a great cast once again with you guys. You were a great crowd. Even the Russian people, I love you all. Everyone was having a great time all the way through. It felt like a lot of fun as per usual. Great viewership, great games. And we live to fight another day. Revel are victorious, live loud, and we'll see you in the next matchup soon enough. Hopefully it'll be me. Hopefully I've got the time for it, but if not, I'll catch you at some point anyway. So have a great night.